What is good, y'all? What is good? I'm just out here getting some shit set up. Oh shit, hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. My bad. My bad. I had to take that phone call real quick, and of course it was just a bullshit ass phone call. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yo, I'll wait till a couple people get in here, and then we'll get to breaking down this situation that I feel like talking about. It's gonna pertain to the Troy Ave situation. I've been kind of. I'll just say I did my research on this situation because I didn't want to, jump out the window and talk about a situation if I didn't have the backstory. So I'm gonna be honest. Like the last no, 2 days. I want to say three. The last 2 days, I've been doing deep research on this situation, going back 6 years ago when everything popped off to kind of see how people's perspective was then and how it is now. And what really triggered this whole like me being curious about the Troy Ave situation was he just recently dropped a song and it's called I can't remember the name of it, but the lyrics go "Hi hater, I won," and he's referring to winning. I guess the court situation against Tax Tone, and it kind of struck a chord to me. Like, all right, you're saying you won, but didn't you lose a best friend in this situation? So essentially, like you're claiming this is your dog, but you lost him, and then almost what 4 years later, what is it? Yeah, well, we're about 6 years since 2016, and now you're dropping a song saying "Hi hater, I won." Like, how'd you win? A mother lost her child. You lost a homie. So what you claiming you won because you went on the stand and told on text on? Like, how does that even make sense? So, you know me, I did my due diligence. I got a bunch of clips from shit from 2016 till now. I got clips of interviews that Banga is the dude that lost his life in the Troy Ave and Taxstone situation, and I found some old interviews by Banga's brother, Trife, um, and he kind of I kind of like you seen the transition. Like I found an interview when the situation first popped off, and Trife didn't have all the information, so he was being like politically correct, not calling Troy Ave out about certain shit that he could have prevented, or his part that he played, because throughout this whole situation, Troy Ave has basically played the victim. But when you kind of get more details about the situation, you then see Troy Ave isn't a victim. Like, he played a part. He claims to be this get money leader guy, but when it was time for him to lead his homie down the right path, he chose for to let his homie crash out and lose his life. That's my perspective and understanding of the situation, because we'll get into it. I'll show a bunch of clips. I'll break it down. But, let me make sure I got all this shit downloaded. And, I just see, I think a lot more people are coming out against Troy Ave, considering, there's some crazy details that I found within this situation that Troy Ave carried himself like a buster. Like, he claims that he loves this dude. He bangs his homie. He would do anything for him. But then you mistreating his family. But then you ask him for certain shit of the family when it's on the family to choose where that man gets buried at. But you pushing back on that and having your mom catch an attitude with them. Like, how does that make sense? Like, a mother has the right to bury her kid wherever she wants, and you being a dickhead and saying, "Oh well, it should have been like this, it should have been like that," bruh. Sit the fuck back, and how about you figure out how you gonna make amends with the mother of the child, the mother of the child that you just had to do a crash out dummy mission and explain to her how remorse you are for the part that you played, but you not remorse. And like and shout out to the homie Smack. He got this saying, the truth is in the details. And he's not my actual homie, but I be watching this shit. He's got a saying, the truth is in the details. And while I was doing my research on this situation, within the because Troy Ave just dropped, he's got a podcast and he just dropped a little like clip that he has responding to Mano in his interview with Angela Yee and a couple other people. And within this podcast, I found this part where he had mentioned that a girl that was a witness within the situation came to court and claimed that they just bust through the door on some reckless shit and was looking for Taxstone. And he goes, and I don't know how, like, I don't want to hang up on every word, but he goes, that's a fact though. And right after he says that's a fact though, he goes, nah, but fuck that shit. So you're saying it's a fact, but then you're saying no, fuck that shit. So because y'all will see. So it's like he's contradicting himself. So it's like, all right, like what really happened? Like, he's pushing the narrative Taxstone was the aggressor, which in a way I could see how Taxstone was, but the truth is in the details, and there's certain shit that I felt like came out of Troy Ave's mouth that kind of exposed him for his part that he played. Because one thing throughout this whole situation, Troy Ave has never taken accountability for calling Banga. Banga was going to an all-white yacht party, and Troy Ave called Banga and had him come to the concert and everything with them. And he doesn't take accountability and like like maybe I shouldn't have did that, maybe I shouldn't have did this, maybe I shouldn't have told Banga to swing on homie when I seen that he was reaching for a gun. Like, if someone's like in their waist, and this is what I'm saying, I could see how they could say Taxstone was the aggressor if he was reaching towards his waist, because certain people, and they see that they go, it's either a fight or flight within the system. So I understand how they could have reacted that way, but there was the way Troy Ave was breaking it down. He was like, Banga looked back at me and he's like, I gave him the wink and told him to do it. And right then and there, that's where I feel Troy Ave failed as a leader. He claims about he got all this money, he got this, he got that. But then when it was time for you to be an actual leader, you sent your homie on a crash out dummy fucking test. Like, what's going on with that? So I got all the clips. I just had to make sure everything downloaded so I wasn't having dead air time. But yeah, let me see. Oh shit, the chat got 14 comments. Holy. Yo, hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hold on, what's going on here? What's going on with my computer? Oh shit, that's why. Bum 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 bum. We got Bobby Peso in the building. We got Big Perm in the building. What's good, Napster? You always disagree. Wait, what do you say? Wait, what? Troy Ave is a person? What? Yeah. Yeah, he's you're stupid, dog. But yeah, he's a fucking person. But yeah, so something came up in my algorithm when I was looking for stuff to react to, and it was a guy reacting to the recent podcast clip that Troy Ave just dropped. And that's kind of what put me in the rabbit hole, just like seeing what's the real deal. Because when I heard Troy Ave's song say "Hi Hater, I Won," it just sent a cringe feeling through my whole body of like, dog, a mother, a brother, a sister, a nephew, a niece lost a loved one, and you claiming you won. Like, how'd you win? You won because you got up on the stand and told? Now, I want to make it very clear. Troy Ave was facing gun charges when this all went down, because I can pull the clip up of when they caught Troy Ave in the club, the same club that the altercation went down at, firing a weapon. And if you know New York laws, they're going to hit you over the head for even having a gun. But let alone firing a gun, they about to whack your ass. And that's all that Troy Ave was facing. So essentially, he only did, I think, maybe 8 months to 10 months in prison, maybe a year. And because he decided to tell on Taxstone, that's why he got off with not as much time as other people get, because he told on Taxstone about the whole situation. So you claiming to be a real one, but you snitching to get off some charges, like that didn't make no sense to me. So it wasn't like he told on Taxstone to in honor of his homie, you told on Tax Stone because you was facing gun charges. And to me, that's some fake ass shit. Like, if you heard any of Troy Ave's music, he been doing music since like 2005, 2003, whenever it was. He talks about street shit. And when you talking about that street shit and people are co-signing you, you got to stand on that square. You can't just fold because when some street shit happens and it hits a fan and it's not in your favor, you then go point the finger like, what the fuck is that about? And I mean, you know, we live in a day and age where people really don't care about that kind of stuff. Like, we see it all the time. Rappers get off with snitching shit and people still fuck with them. But see, me personally, I'm from an era where if you rapping about certain now this is my thing. Like, if you rapping about street shit, I'm gonna expect that out of you because that's what you rapping about. Now, if you rapping about just like pop shit or getting money or being fired, whatever it may be, I'm not gonna hold those street rules and expectations to you because you're not talking about you're whipping weight, you're pushing weight on the interstate, you're doing this, motherfucker come to you, you're gonna boom him, however they say up in New York. Like, when you rapping about that, I'm gonna hold you to that. That's just me personally. I don't expect everyone else to do that because everybody's different. But for me personally, that's where I draw the line with people. Like, I'm not about to support a rapper and fuck with their music if they just up here bullshitting and putting on a facade, which most rappers kind of are in a sense, because rapping is a form of storytelling. But it comes a time when the shit's about to be in front of your face, and if you don't move accordingly, everything you rapped about seems to be fake. And the only reason I'm going at Troy Ave is because he pushes that line super hard, even to this day, even to the day after he got on the stand and pointed at people. He's still pushing that line. And it's like, bro, he's pushing that line because people are out here fucking with the music, which is cool. They can do what they want, but I have my opinion on it. And that's why I have my channel. I'm up here to give my opinion. And if you disagree, cool. That's fine. It's okay. We can agree to disagree. What's good, DB? What's good, DB? What's good, DL? What's good, DL? Zilla, what the fuck? We live? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Want to be a baller shot caller? Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Troy Ave has had some catchy, you know what I'm saying, hooks and shit. Like, but for me personally, I don't like to listen to someone that I know is a rat. Like, me personally, that's just me. But you know, some people can separate the artist and the music, but nah, dog. After seeing so much sucker shit happen in a row, Troy Ave's a buster in my eyes. Like, it's Melo's time to shine since you stupid Bob. You stupid Bob. Can we talk about corridos? No, Bob. I'm up here for one topic and then I'm dipping. And then I'm dipping. No, I might react to something else. But let me get these clips pulled up because I did download everything. We straightened that in, you know what I'm saying? Let me see where I want to start with this because I'm gonna end this whole thing off with an interview. So when this first happened in 2016, Trife Gangsta, who is Banga's older brother, was being politically, you know what I'm saying, I guess nice or correct when it came to trying to figure out all the details of the situation, because it was the details that when they first came out, they was a little murky and you really couldn't pinpoint what actually happened. So he was being politically correct and, you know, and being respectful of Troy Ave and all this shit. But then and he did a revolt interview, kind of like, you know, saying he fucks with Troy Ave, you know, he's here, whatever it may be, because Troy Ave got locked up because he had gun charges for having the gun, not because they was accusing him of the murder of his homie. I just want to make that clear. So Trife played it cool, and then like I think a year, so 2017, Troy Ave goes up to the Breakfast Club, and when he goes up to the Breakfast Club, he says some fucked up ass shit. And then the day later, because I found this interview and they had mentioned the Breakfast Club interview, so because they mentioned the Breakfast Club interview, I wanted to go back and see what Troy Ave said in that interview, and I found the part where Trife Banga's brother and how his family could feel a way about what Troy Ave said. So I think we're gonna start with that clip. Yeah, I want to start with that clip. We'll start with the Troy Ave clip at the Breakfast Club. It's about 4 minutes long, maybe 4 minutes and some seconds. Um, but yeah, I just really I don't know what it was, but something just caught my whole fucking attention on this situation because Troy Ave is still going at people on IG and shit. There's certain shit that I'm seeing that he's still acting like he's a big tough guy. One time, a new coworker tried to say I was racist and I didn't like Spanish Latino people. Laugh out loud. I told him I thought he was the racist because he always called me. God damn. No, should recruit. No, I'm not recruiting nobody, dog. Racism is alive. That's a fact, Bob. Bob, that's a fact, Bob. All right, let me see where am I at with this. Oh, yeah. What the like? What's going on? I downloaded this shit to my computer. Now it wants to be all funny. It's probably because it's a long clip, but it's a little over halfway done. But yeah, how's y'all Tuesday? I hope it's going. We on Tuesday, right? I was eager to go live yesterday, but I was like, I need more information on this situation. I'm not about to go up there and just say some shit that I feel like. I wanted to the way I felt when I heard the song Hater I Won, and then I seen Mano and a couple other people speak on it. I wanted to be able to make sure that what I was like, the way I was feeling was valid, and I didn't want to just be like, "Oh, I feel this way, so I'm going live and I'm going to speak on it." No. I want to make sure that my facts in order and that what I'm about to speak on is coming from facts. And granted, yes, it comes. Granted, yes. Oh shit! Hold on. Granted, yes, it could be partially feelings, but I would rather speak more about the facts of the situation than how I feel. But of course, feelings are going to be mixed in. Facts over feelings, and when it comes to this shit around here, we deal with facts. But Bobby likes to lie a lot, so you got to be careful of him. Someone take the link and change the topic. Sorry, Perm, get your ass the fuck up out of here then. That's right, there is no link. I ain't dropping no link. Ain't nobody getting up here. Just didn't your favorite rapper come from New York? I know you don't like New York shit, but guess what? You're gonna have to deal with it today because I got an opinion. I can give a B-Day shout out to fuck out of here, dog. I ignore the feelings because they're really real. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. Let me pull this clip up. No bullshit. Let's get to the facts. All right, y'all. So this is an interview of Troy Ave at Breakfast Club a year after the situation happened, and then I will go pull up because I want to end with Benga's brother, and I got so I'll pull. As this clip's going, I'll figure out how to pull up the rest of the clips in order. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Let's react.
People saying this, that, and the third, man, and they just saying, how it looked about some shit, and yeah, you should be doing more RIP and all that type of shit. I said I should be doing more RIP. You can't.
Now, in the interview, he's not really saying names of people that are saying that he should be doing this, but I just want to make clarification because I know the clip just kind of jumps right into it. He's talking about people are saying you should be saying RIP and all this other shit, and now he's in a way reacting to it.
Tell the nigga how to mourn. Where the fuck was all these
people? Oh yeah, hold on. I want.
Yo, hey, even family members. Hey.
And if you don't know what he's talking about Benga. Benga had got locked up for some shit, and that's what he's referring to. The people ain't saying I said this when Benga was locked up, and he even did some suck ass shit like Benga his man, the dude that passed away, went to jail on some shit, and then Troy Ave Troy Ave's always claimed he got money. Well, Benga called him and asked him to be able to put up the bail. Now, mind you, Benga has played a security role for Troy Ave since the beginning, and Benga called him and said, "Can you put up the bond?" And Troy Ave pushed back like, "Yo, you ain't got no money. What's up with you? You ain't got this. You ain't got that. Well, how about this? How about you find someone to get half?" And then Troy Ave, and this is what Troy Ave said. I think he explains it in this clip. He goes, he's like, "How about you get someone to get half and I'll cover the other half?" But that's your man, dog. So you got this man in jail calling around asking other people to put up half the money, but he out here doing crash test dummies. And that situation that happened at Urban Plaza wasn't the first time Banga went in someone's jaw for based off of for Troy Ave. So this man's playing a security role for you. He gets locked up on some shit, and now you playing games with him and saying, "Oh, hopefully you learned your lesson. Now I'm gonna come put the money up." You made that man sit in jail for over a month until 3 weeks to a month until you went and put the money up. Like, what kind of shit is that? That's some suck ass shit, dog. Like, if that man plays a security role for you, he's putting his life on the line every time he steps out with your goofy ass. I was referring to Banga's brother Trife, who did, like I said, did the Revolt interview and kind of, stood politically correct with Troy Ave in the situation until more information was coming out. Now that's who he's referring to when he's saying people this, people act like this. Like, he's talking about Banga's brother.
Matter of fact, fast backtrack. I'm in jail. I'm trying to pay for the funeral. Yo, put my nigga in a fucking horse-drawn carriage. Across the streets of Brooklyn. Bury him right there. We used to always go eat at Popeyes. He loves some Popeyes, my dog. Bury him right there on Cypress in East New York, across the street from Popeyes, whatever. And
now, the reason I said, remember what he said about you can't tell a man how to mourn? How are you telling a man's a mother what to do with her son's body? How do you not know they already had family members buried in Carolina, like North Carolina? Like, I don't get how he's telling you can't tell me how to mourn, but you then telling a mother how to bury her son and where he should be buried at. Like, who the fuck is you to say that type of shit? Like, and this is the sucker shit that I want to point out about Troy Ave. There's a lot of bullshit that he's done that I feel people should, that because it's been 6 years, people aren't going to go back and look into the details. They're going to take that face value what it is today. Oh, that man went in the club. Oh, that man brandished a gun. Oh, he went at him. Oh, and he was trying, like, there's some shit that people are not going and looking and getting the details. The truth is in the details, and people ain't doing that. They're just taking what Troy Ave is saying or what the media is value. But if you go back and look at those mannerisms and how they carried themselves, they not really real like him to be. Like in this rest of this clip, he talks about how like he was telling Banga's brother and mom, his Troy Ave was having his mom speak to Banga's mom, which it kind of doesn't make sense if that's your man like that. Like in Trife, Banga's brother broke it down as to how Troy Ave did meet his mom. Troy Ave did come to the projects to see Banga's mom. He did come to the house to hang out with Banga's mom. And Banga's mom never had a good feeling about Troy Ave. So I think it's funny how he's saying he never met these people, but you claim to be this man. You claim to be that close to this man that you'd die for him, but you don't know none of his family members. How does that make sense? Like, I don't see how that makes sense, because if I got a close homie, back in the day, I'm taking him to mom's crib. We stopping by. What's up, mom? Yo, we about to head out. Woody wood, whatever it may be. I got to stop by, whatever it may be. And if that's my close homie, I'd be willing to let him or meet my mom. And so that's why I kind of feel like, and this is where the feeling part comes in, is I kind of feel like Troy Ave is lying on that aspect of not knowing Banga's mom. And, there's a lot of other shit. Like, he asked for like, yo, just pay for everything. Send me the receipts and then I'll cash you out. But it's like, dog, that's your man's. Like, you claim to be that's your brother. Why not just send the money? Who cares what they do with it? You know in your heart, you failed that man when he looked back and asked you or said he was about to pop on him, and you said, go ahead. You failed that man right there in that situation. So why not make sure, if you got the money, why not make sure his family's good? But then he starts making all these excuses. He had this, he had that, he had this, he had that, but you up here bragging about how you spent $1 million on this, or you got out of jail and you spent $50,000 on this. Like, your man just lost his life, and you politicking with his mom about some money, when it's like, yo, you want this horse carriage and all this other shit done for him, but you're not just sending the money for it. You want receipts. So initially that means you want them to pay for it, and then once they get the receipt after paying for it, then you go and send the money. Like, how does that make sense? Because one thing about it is that when artists come up within the music game, they need the streets to co-sign them. And when it comes to cosign, you got to have some real dudes around you to be able to, maneuver and talk how certain people are talking. We've seen it time and time again. That's how New York honestly works. New York deals with cosigns. Like a rapper's coming up, and if a quote unquote real rapper or real dude from the street cosigns him, his shit go up. And Tribe Gangsta is known as a big time gangbanger in New York. Like, he's well respected in that neighborhood from what I have searched and from what I've seen other people say in different types of interviews with Trife not around. So you talking about that you need receipts, but Trife is telling you, dog, like, it's all good, dog. Like, hold on, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. The maintenance man was just letting me know he was here. But where was I at? Oh yeah, about Tribe Gangsta and how Troy Ave was asking for receipts and all this other shit. Like, bro, like, why not just take care of your mans? Why are you in jail bitching to your mom about how a mother wants to bury her child or where the mother wants to bury her child? Like, to me, that's some suck ass shit. Like, bruh, just fucking help out. Quit being a fucking dickhead talking about, well, I want him buried over here because he used to love Popeyes and all. Bruh, those are memories you can keep with you. Allow that mother to grieve. You said in the beginning of this clip, you can't tell a man how to mourn, but then you telling a mother how to bury her child. Like, what is you on? That's some sucker shit. Let's get into how he picking and choosing as to what he want to hang on. He picking on the term that the funeral home used as to someone donated flowers as to, his family's running like a politician campaign and they're getting shit donated. So why you want money from me? No, dummy, that's not how shit work. When someone could call in and say, yo, I got $5,000 on flowers. I want to donate this money. And then when the mortuary or the funeral home takes it in, and if anyone calls to say, yo, I want to do this, or they're going to let them know, well, someone donated this, someone donated that. Like, for him to sit there and say, yo, like they're running a campaign like a politician to get shit to pay for the funeral, is like, bruh, like, why are you painting these people out to be like that when it's like, bruh, like, that's just how shit works. So he's playing word semantics. He's trying to paint the family out to be like broke and they're this and they're that. But it's like, dog, why don't you just play your part? Like, you wanna tell people how to be, but that's a mother's child. What is you even trying to get across? Like, bro, that makes no sense.
You thinking, no, don't, well, you can't get no receipts, Troy. Why can't you give me, my mom say, yo, pay for everything and send me the receipt. We ain't get a receipt till this day. Money wasn't no issue.
Pay for everything and send them a receipt. Like, bruh, what are you asking for receipts for? That's supposed to be your man's family. And but I understand he's playing the game. He's acting like he don't know the family. He doesn't know this or that. But he's real close with homie. He don't know shit about nothing. But he's real close with dude. And he wants certain shit to be done like this and done like that. Like, bro, do you really fucking think in your dumbass mind you can get a horse carriage funeral done with $10,000? What are you even saying? Dog, that shit right there costs like $40,000-$50,000 to get a horse carriage to carry your walk your mans through the streets of New York. Bro, that shit ain't cheap. And then you're gonna want to get a fancy ass casket because guess what? 9 times out of 10, them horse carriages that drive the coffins through the streets, they're see through. You can see the fucking I'm drawing the coffin. You can see the coffin within the horse carriage. So Like, bro, there's a lot of shit you demanding, but you ain't send no bread for. How the fuck is you demanding shit and you ain't even send no bread? That don't make no fucking sense.
I put a $10,000 high school fund for my nigga. Money is not no issue with me. By the grace of God, money is not no issue. I'm good with my bread and I'm blessed. Now I ain't gonna act.
If money wasn't no issue, you wouldn't be asking from the family receipts the proof of what they had to pay to bury they loved one with. What like, bruh? I'm telling you, dog. Truth is in the details. Pay attention.
Like, I wasn't fucked up when I came from jail. I got 6 figures in lawyer fees. I had to pay bail. Good thing I paid over my mom's house and I wasn't no fuck nigga and used my money to trick off on women and fucking buying foreign.
Now you see he goes into popping his shit about what he spent his money on and all this other goofy ass shit he spent his money on. But dog, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? And even in this later in the clip, Charlotte, or like maybe like 10, 20, 30 seconds later, Charlamagne pushes him, well, yo, if money wasn't a thing, why are you asking the family to do X, Y, Z? And he basically just brushes it off and keeps moving on with the interview. But just in case people are coming in or catching the playback and didn't peep what I said at the beginning, this interview with Troy Ave was done in 2017, a year after the incident at Irving Plaza. And then I'll pull up real quick. I'm not gonna play it because just like not really worth playing, but here, Revolt, Trife interview. Let's see, Revolt, Trife interview. Oh shit. Revolt, Trife Gangsta. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Alright, it's not gonna pull up for me, but alright. Alright, let me go to some of my agree to disagree YouTube account. Go to the Mellow one. Yeah, pussy, I got 2 motherfucking accounts. Something I was dirt. Alright, let's see. You go library. Bro, I came across this interview like 4 fucking times while searching up the situation. Now I can't find it at all. But if y'all go look for a Revolt interview that happened in 2016 with Trife Gangsta, he basically, he's being politically correct with Troy Ave. He's not jumping out the window on him. He's not accusing him of killing or being a part of killing his brother. He's kind of just, he's being cool. He's like, I fucked with dude. I support him. Hopefully, he gets out of jail. Because one thing I think people are forgetting is Troy Ave didn't snitch on Taxstone because he was being accused of the murder of Banga. He told on Taxstone because he had a gun charge for shooting in the club, which we'll play the video right here. Okay, here we go. And Trife did an interview and he spoke on how there's a different angle that was showed in court about how Troy Ave maneuvered, but I can't find it anywhere. I've only found this one angle. And this is what Troy Ave was facing charges for, just so y'all don't think I'm bullshitting. I want to get up here and make sure I show y'all all the facts, whether you're watching now or the playback, just so you can see where I'm coming from within the situation. We'll fast forward a little bit. God dang, dog. Oh, Jesus, dog. Some YouTubers just do goofy stuff like that. Look, here it is. Boom. See that right there? This right here is Troy Ave. And from what I've heard Trife say is, so let's see if I can catch it. All right, so y'all can't see it, but you see right here, let me see, make sure I'm on StreamYard. Okay, so right here, there's a guy right here. He's in all white. Banga was supposed to be going to a yacht party in all white. Tribe says this is his brother. And if you see, people are over here scared of what's going on with this gentleman right here, because this door is about to open, and that's when Troy Ave comes out. But these people over here are scared of something that's going on down over here in this angle of the camera. They're not looking at the door. They're looking over here to this guy's area. Come to find out, this was Banga. And if you notice, the dude is stumbling. Here, look. You see that hand? Dang, I should have got a better camera. But you can see him come. Look, he's stumbling, boom, and then he fell right here. You see his hand just kind of slide down. See how he's trying to hold on to the couch? Well, he's falling down right here. That's Banga. Troy Ave comes out. He points the gun, and then he shoots at a different angle of where Banga was. Banga's right here. Tribe Gangsta said there's a camera angle from over here that shows Troy Ave. Troy Ave did stay with Banga, and that's why Tribe had some love for him. The love that he did for Troy Ave is because he stayed there with his brother as his brother passed. Now, Troy Ave made one, I felt, a crucial mistake. He was in the club, and he even said himself, he was yelling for people to pick up Banga. Well, one thing, if you know about gunshot wounds, you don't pick that person up. You let them stay right there, because when you go to pick that body up, if they're shot in the back and one person grabs the legs and one person grabs the head and arms, and that back slouches, you're then going to open up the wound, and whatever blood that is being blocked by the bullet or the shirt, that it could be, if he's laying on the ground back on his back flat, and the ground is applying pressure to where the bullet wounds, and you pick him up, you're going to then spread the wound, and blood's just going to leak out. So that's one thing where I feel like Troy Ave didn't realize that he was, making himself look like a goofy. He was, oh, there it was. God damn it. There it was. Here, let me pull it out. Let me pull that back up. Let me pull the screen. But yeah, so in this, and y'all can go look for yourself. I don't really want to get into playing it, because it's kind of, it's just try. And I've explained where Tribe was coming from, but right here, this interview where my mouse is moving around, real talk, remembering Troy Ave's bodyguard Banga, Revolt, and he wasn't just a bodyguard. From what I'm, and Troy Ave even said himself from certain clips that I've seen, Banga wasn't just a bodyguard to him; he was a close homie. Is Troy Ave gonna pull up on my fuck out of here, dog? What about them receipts though? Well, NY Thug rappers move different. Yeah, that's a fact. Sorry, New York, but we're seeing a lot of fucking weird, coward, rat ass shit come up out of New York. As far as, and I get it, when people support a certain artist and they don't know all the information about that person, and then that person gets into something, it does make the crew that backed them up look a certain type of way. Example, 6ix9ine with the 9 Trey Gangsters. Now 9 Trey Gangsters ain't as respected as they was, because they co-signed the Rat at one point. And so, it just, I think that situation can be tricky, because the people supporting could generally, feel this person's a genuine dude, but once they start showing true colors, it's fucked up, because it then falls on the people that co-signed him, like the ones that put money behind him or went on interviews and backed him up and spoke highly of the person. It makes the people that co-signed him look a certain type of way. So, right there, y'all seen that clip. And then let's get into, because I want to end with the interview, because it's going to be about a 30-minute clip. So if y'all can't stay around, I understand. But I really want to get, put that out there, because I feel like I had to search deep in the YouTube fucking streets to find this fucking interview by Tribe. And yeah, so let's and I want to play Tribe's interview last. Tribe's interview is after the Breakfast Club interview, and he touches on it, so you'll be able to put 2 and 2 together. But let's where's this? Oh shit, I'm supposed to be opening it up from here. Let's go into how Mano So last live, I was trying to find this clip, couldn't find it, but I got it. So Mano goes up to Angela Yee's spot and says what he says, and then Troy Ave responds to him, and that's we'll play like that. We'll do the Mano, it's like 47 seconds, and then we'll get into Troy Ave's response and how I caught some bullshit within that podcast that Troy Ave did after Mano's shit. Let's get into it. Fuck it up. All right, here's Mano up at all the way up with Angela Yee. Oh shit.
This though, like how you out here celebrating, you know, just getting on the stand after you try to create a situation.
All right, okay, my bad. I should have gave this some context. So Mano was at Irving Plaza when the situation went down. He was in the dressing room that everything popped off in. So he has a little bit of an inside side of it, but I didn't want to just put all my eggs in one basket as to what Mano was saying, because people's shit can change over time. So that's why I wanted to do the research I did on this topic before I did the live. But so Mano was in the dressing room and everything popped off. His girlfriend actually got shot at the situation. He ended up being at the same hospital that Banger was took to, and so he kind of had an insight within it. And so then Mano said what he said, and when I went back and looked into like kind of what happened, it kind of correlates with what I'm understanding as to how Troy Ave was being an aggressor in the situation, even though Taxstone was. I feel like both parties played their part as into being the aggressor in the situation. I just feel that Troy Ave could have carried himself way more, and this is where the feelings part comes in. I feel Troy Ave could have carried himself a lot more better than 6 years later after losing his homie. He dropped a song saying, "Hi hater, I won." How did you win, dog? You lost. You claiming you lost a brother, but you claiming you won because you went up on the stand and pointed at another man because you was facing gun charges, because you grabbed a gun off the ground and shot it in the club, and because you made those conscious decisions to do all that. You felt it was right to get up in the stand and point at Taxstone. You felt it was right to get up there and tell on that man to reduce your sentence because it wasn't in honor of Banga. Maybe a small portion. But if you look into Troy Ave's track record, you can see how selfish of a person he can be. Yeah, he can manipulate the shit. I bought this for so-and-so. I bought that for so-and-so. I want to make one thing clear, very fucking clear in this live. Just because you have money, that don't make you fucking smart. That don't make you real. That don't make you nothing. We see time and time again, plenty of people that are just dumb motherfuckers come across some money. And Troy Ave tries to mask over his bullshit with, well, I got money. I got this. I did that. And for me personally, that don't mean shit. Because the way you carry yourself in this life, that's what matters more to me than, oh, you got some money? Oh, man, you got to be a fucking genius. Dog, you're a fucking artist. People are going to fuck with your music. Like, there's a lot of shit that comes to play in that situation. It's not just, oh, it took you to be a fucking genius to get on the fucking computer and be able to hit beat bop, and make a couple beats and then rhyme some shit. That don't make you a fucking genius, dog. And it's getting annoying as fuck to see people in this generation of kids think because someone's got some money or because they're of status, it makes them smart. No, motherfuckers. Like, God damn, we see time and time again, like I said, dumb motherfuckers come across money. It doesn't take you to be smart in this day and age to get money. I mean, we seeing dumb motherfuckers post TikToks and getting some money, but they're in real life, they're fucking retarded. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, bro, don't even get me started, because that shit right there would trigger the fuck out of me. When motherfuckers act like because someone got some money, they fucking smart. Like, miss me with that bullshit. So, back to the clip. My bad. I'm going to go on a couple rants within this live, y'all. I'm passionate about this shit. And it annoys me when motherfuckers act like they something and they not. And then they proceed to press that line after they did something that proves they not. Woo! Doggy, that shit can get me tight. All right. So back to the clip. Mano gives his perspective on Angela Yee, and then we'll get into the clip of Troy, as Trife would say. What do you call him? Fuck, I can't even. But he has a name for Troy Ave. But we'll get into Troy Ave's response to Mano.
This though, like how you out here celebrating, you know, just getting on the stand after you tried to create a situation that that just didn't go your way, right? So and then here's another narrative that people, I see people out here trying to hang on to. That man was never accused of murder of his friend. right? So he was never arrested for the murder of his own friend. Mm-hmm. They was never putting the murder of his friend on him.
It was for firing the gun in there that
right, and the guns that he got caught with. So he worked out a deal with the prosecutor to get less time for those guns that he got caught with. You understand? So that was his motivation to get on the stand and testify against Taxstone. It's this though, like how you like
peep it. Right there, it's right there. He was not being charged with the murder of Banga. He was being charged for firing a gun within the club. So you didn't get on the stand and tell on Taxstone because you were honoring your friend's passing. You got up there to reduce your time. You got up there for self. You didn't get up there for no one else. And the reason that the family started to maneuver how they maneuvered, because they started to get the details. Travis tied in with the streets. Certain people that were there started speaking. There was even a witness, as Troy Ave said himself. There was a witness that said Troy Ave came in on some bully shit, breaking the door, looking for Taxstone. Like, bruh, there's people saying that that your actions caused what happened that night. But this is my main issue with Troy Ave's whole ass. He's not taking any fucking accountability for the part he played in losing his friend. He's just pointing the finger at everyone else. And there's certain sucker motherfuckers on YouTube that will back that kind of bullshit up because they don't know what accountability is. They'll allow a rat to point at everybody else that had a part in the situation and won't hold the person that's pointing the finger accountable for the actions they played. And to me, that's some sucker ass shit to be doing on this YouTube platform. You didn't want to paint the rat out to be the as to the rat's actions as to be okay because of what other people did. But what about the part that the rat played? What about the part that the rat played into perceiving people, perceiving to be a gangster or to perceiving to be this certain type of person, but you're not willing to hold that person accountable for them kind of actions, but you want to point at everybody else and allow everybody else to get the blame except for the person that came in on some bullshit. The person that allowed their homie to say, I'm going to fire off on him, and you coach and say, go ahead. Nobody wants to talk about that. And that's the shit that I see, whether it's from different people, so different YouTube blogs, whatever it may be, different YouTubers, whatever it may be. Y'all all willing to say Troy Ave was in the right for doing what he did, but you lay out the facts as to why Troy Ave was even being arrested. Y'all want to just let it be played out as Troy Ave was honoring his friend. That's why he told. No, Troy Ave told because he was facing 15 years. What the fuck are y'all on? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, miss me with the bullshit. You can stick up for a rat all you want, but guess what? All that tells me is you a sucker motherfucker as well. So keep it moving. Like, bruh, that shit just, bruh. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, the research that I was doing on this, I came across a lot of sucker motherfuckers sticking up for Troy Ave. And very little people honing in on the details of the situation. But I do see a couple people like Mano, Trife, and a couple other people that I can't remember dude's name that speak on Troy Ave. Explains he had his hand on Banga's back. Banga says what's popping. It looks back at Troy, says I'm about to fire off on this dude, and Troy Ave proceeds to say, I told Banga go ahead. You a fucking leader. You know you and Banga ain't got the burner on you, but the person that you see have a banger, you willing to tell your man to crash out over that shit? What kind of bullshit is that? You ain't no real motherfucker. You like, bro, like he and y'all gonna see in this clip, Troy Ave says, I'm smart. I'm on my feet. I'm on my toes at all times. So I seen that Taxstone was reaching for his waist. And even though I seen this, I still told my man to swing on him. Bruh, what the fuck? So you analyzed all this shit and you still told your mans to go swing on a motherfucker that got a gun? All because you claiming you not pussy? So your ego and pride got in the way and you lost someone that you quote unquote love. But then you fucking out here playing like the fucking victim. Well, what the fuck, dog? Like, where do they do that at? Oh, wait, I guess they do that in certain sections of certain places. Like, because, bruh, ain't no way. Ain't no way. For me personally, any kind of sticky situation I ever been in, If I knew it was 1 against 2, or 2, me and another homie against 6, 7 other people, I'm not about to send my homie to crash out and fight 7, 8 different fucking people. Like, I'm not about to do that. If anything, I'm going to take, if they coming for me, I'm going to handle it. I'm not going to tell my homie to crash out. And if I especially see they got a gun in their waist, I'm not about to stay around. Like what? Like, so now it's real to stand there and get shot? Like what do we in the 1700s where the British used to line up all in a row and they had 2 lines of rows, the blue team and red team facing each other, pointing guns at each other, and everybody's supposed to just stand in a fucking file line and point their gun like some dummies, and then just stand there and, all right, they're gonna fire, boom, and then everybody fucking that shot their gun off is gonna have someone get hit on the other side. Like, how the fuck does that make sense? That was the dumbest military shit I've ever heard when it came to quote unquote military actions, of having people line straight up facing the opposition and fucking just had their gun pointed as the opposition had their gun pointed at you. Like, how kind of dumb shit is that? Like, bruh, like that's how ignorant this shit is that Troy Ave is willing to let his homie crash out, even though he knew the other dude was even if he was bluffing, he was reaching for his waist. Well, how did Pops on Friday say it? You fight to live another day. So because your pride and ego got in the way, you know this guy had a burner on him. You knew Troy knew him and Banga didn't have the burner on him, but still sent his mans to crash out. Like, bruh, the fuck is you on, dog? Like, you ain't no real one. And anyone that sticks up for you ain't no real one either. Like, that's just some goofy ass shit. People would just be giving rats and fucking snitches please all day to be getting out of their bullshit that they start. Like, bruh, fuck out of here with that shit. Not over here. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Move around. All right, y'all. I gotta let this. Oh shit! I forgot to download this other clip. What's good, Eagles fam? What's good, Eagles fam? Yo, my bad, y'all. If y'all got me in the headset and I'm yelling, like, kind of passionate about this shit, because to me that was some sucker ass shit. Oh, here, just so y'all can see for yourself. Let's see, Troy I won lyrics. Like, bruh, it's so fucking sickening to my gut to hear Troy Ave say I won. Like, hi hater, I won. Like, how the fuck did you win, dog? Ugh, bro, like, and to me, that's a huge slap in the face to the family. Hi, hater, I won. But they lost a loved one. Who won? How did you win? You got up on the stand and pointed because you faced gun charges. How did you win? He's gone. That man's family has to mourn him gone. And you claim you kind of sucker shit is that, dog? Fuck out of here. That shit right there is what really just set the way for this whole fucking response. Because boy, oh boy. All right, here, I'm about to pull the lyrics up. All right, let me go back. Where's it at? Where's that? Oh, my bad.
Narrative of I'm the aggressor.
Where's StreamYard at? Okay, sorry, I lost y'all for a second. All right, look. This is a little thing that he's like showing paperwork that was done in court, and then right here the hook. Sent you N-words like writing letters. Here go one. Dear hater, I won. I'm a boss. You a bum. Suck a dick till it comes. Sent you N-words like writing letters. Here go one. Here go one. Ha ha. Dear hater, I won. How did you fucking win, Troy? How? How the fuck did you win? You fucking clown, dog. He's such a clown, dog. What's good, Swab? Bruh. That shit would just be irking my fucking nerves. Like, bro, you such a fucking loser, dog. Like, bro, you didn't love that man. You didn't love Banga like you claim. And the thing is Trife goes into details about how much Vanga has done for Troy Ave, and for you to honor him in this way and disrespect him, bruh, like, he's a fucking dude. He's scum of the earth. He's a fucking just All right, y'all. Let's get into Troy Ave responding to Mano.
Teen to 10 toes down. These niggas is not cool. Now the narrative of I'm the aggressor. Come in the room. It was a girl here. These are all court documents, right? So the girl comes, she lies in court. She says, Troy Avenue busted in the room. And they just went after tax. It's a fact, man.
Did y'all peep that? Did y'all hear that? Let me play that back real quick. He says Shorty lied, and then states her statement and says that's a fact though. Now, if y'all don't notice, check out the right here. It's called the Facto Show. The Facto Show. You know what I'm saying? The Facto Show. If you peep right up here, the Facto Show. So, is he saying that was facts, or am I misunderstanding what's going on here? Like, if someone in the chat wanna, you know what I'm saying, give their opinion, you can. Cause I'm just trying to make sure I got that understanding, because that's how I understood the situation. But let's run that back.
10 to 10 toes down. These niggas is not cool. Now the narrative of I'm the aggressor. Come in the room. It was a girl here. These are all court documents, right? So the girl comes, she lies in court. She says, Troy Avenue busted in the room, and they just went after tax. It's a fact, man. You could look from the video. When we came in the room, we got stopped at the door because it was super crowded. People take pictures. I did peace signs and people, what's up? I'm smiling. I'm shaking hands, kissing babies. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking through. When? Where? Who? Where? Fuck all that.
Right there. Y'all peep how he said fuck all that? To me, that was an incident where we see in 4K of a person admitting what actually happened. But because they finally registered in their PS brain of what they said, but fuck all that. Let's move forward. No, hold on. We're going to run that back one more time, y'all. We got to run it back one more time.
These niggas is not cool. Now the narrative of I'm the aggressor. Come in the room. It was a girl here. These are all court documents, right? So the girl comes, she lies in court. She says, Troy Avenue busted in the room, and they just went after tax. It's a fact, man.
That's a fact, ma'am. I'm confused. Like, he said it's a lie before he stated the statement, and then after the statement, he says it's a fact. Like, what is going on? But hey, y'all do what y'all want with that clip. I took it how I feel about. I feel like that was a guilty conscience right there coming out, and he actually said what was happening. They busted in the door. They was the aggressor. But that's just my opinion. Let's keep it moving.
You could look from,
and it's my opinion because we also got to remember they was in court because Taxstone was being accused of the murder, and Troy Ave was being accused of having the gun. He told on Taxstone. He wasn't being accused of killing his friend. Now, if he was being accused of killing his friend and he wanted to, basically defend himself and say, no, I didn't kill my friend, it was that gentleman, you still ratted, but maybe there could be some understanding, but that's not the case. You was being charged for gun charges. You wasn't being charged for the murder of Vanga. So that makes no sense for you to even testify and do all this shit that you claim that is not street. Like, bro, my mind is just boggled. Like, let's get into it.
From the video, when we came in the room, we got stopped at the door because it was super crowded. People take pictures. I did peace signs and people, what's up? I'm smiling. I'm shaking hands, kissing babies. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking through. When? Where? Who? Where? Fuck all that. Back to the real story of the aggressor. So when I come in the room, we're walking. My hand is on Banga's shoulder because that's how we move. When we come through, they make sure that, I'm with him while we walking through. Somebody in front of us parting the way so we could get down to T.I.'s dressing room. The door that we enter is right. It's the small VIP. We walk up the stairs. We go into the small VIP room where Shano was at, and he was at his. They was opening up, whatever. Now you go from this room to the next room, right? It's a door. It's a small ass room. You're not even walking 10 feet to the next door. After we get stopped here, a bunch of saying what's up. Okay, yo, watch out, y'all. Try out coming through. Cool. We walk up some more. As we walk up some more, I hear what's popping. What's popping 2 times. Loud. I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking niggas so. We gon'
Oh, my bad, y'all. Let's get back
stand
to
at 10 toes. There ain't no busting in the room. We walking. It's a hold up.
Right.
Cool. But now, mind you, seeing Aston over there. After we get stopped here, a bunch of saying what's up. Okay, yo, watch out, y'all. Try out coming through. Cool. We walk up some more. As we walk up some more, I hear what's popping. What's popping 2 times. Loud. I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking niggas talking. I'm just whatever. I'm still saying what's up to people. But now, mind you, I seen Aston over there on the walking. Seen Aston over on the walking, right? He just did a little, I ain't say shit. Nigga, I'm not fucking with you, nigga. You know, I seen you on somewhere social media hanging out with niggas that been hating on me. Niggas that been stalking me. You feel me? Niggas that been talking down. And now, mind you, Aston over these pictures. We could pop up the pictures of him being around. Being a dick rider, niggas let him hang around and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let him hang around through 8 Ball. Shout out to 8 Ball too, man. 8 Ball, you made me mad, but shout out to 8 Ball. So now, mind you, this ain't no busting in the room. We walking, it's a hold up.
Right.
Cool. Now we hear what's popping 2 times. I'm not paying that shit no attention because there's mad people talking. Niggas yelling, whatever. You know when I paid attention? When I hear Banger, God bless the dead, say, what's popping back? That's when I get on high alert. Like, I know my man, why his tone is like that.
Right.
So you hear, what's popping? And Banger like, nigga, what's popping? So now I look, okay, real quick, I've been quick on my feet. Everything. I'm not these niggas. I'm really quick on my feet. Okay, Asking over right there, this voice saying what's popping, it gotta be Redstone.
Right.
You feel me? Cool. Never.
So he magically just off jump knew it was Radstone like that or Taxstone. That makes no sense, dog.
Nevertheless, now I look over and he's like bluffing. Now mind you, Banger telling me, so I'm still behind him. So he like bluffing. What's popping? And holding his waist. Doing all this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not a pussy nigga, if you any type of in the know or anything, y'all know that's an act of aggression.
Yeah. You brandishing at that point.
You feel me? Off the rip. Man, in cases if a nigga say what's popping, that's an act of aggression.
Right.
Now the thing with a lot of these people, what they can't understand is, how then can you look over, see a nigga in his waist, on the hip with it, saying what's popping and reaching, and then not cower. And then I have fear struck down from your head to your toes. And then I turn around and walk away and then I back down. Because I'm built different.
That's a big one of them.
See, he'd rather brag about how he's built different. He's not, he didn't use his brain to say, you know what, this ain't a good situation for me and my homie to be in. So let me make sure as a leader, as the get money man, because that makes him a complete leader. But as a guy that everybody's here to protect and to help, you didn't think, man, let me make sure that me and my peoples make it home. I ain't got the gun on me. Banger ain't got the gun on him, and I know this. And I know dude over there that we are getting into it with is reaching in his waist as if he got a gun. And you basically make the decision to allow Banger to do what he did. Like, that's my grievance. Like I said in the beginning of this live, I can understand how both parties played an aggressive part. But one thing I can't make sense of is there's a witness saying that you did bust through the door. You said fact after stating that statement. So to me, it's kind of wishy-washy, but it's like there was a witness that said you did. So which one was it? And you're saying fact afterwards. Which one is it?
It's a fact, though. I'm built different. When it's fight or flight, I'm always choose to fight.
Right.
I run in a burning building and I save the people. You hear me? I'm not with none of that. So at this point, back to this aggressive story. At this point, Banger turns around, looks at me, and Banger says, yo, I'm going to rock him. How wicked banger do you think? Now letting
Right there. Booming it. There it is. That's what has me upset with this situation is Troy Ave is playing to be the victim, but you had choices when Banga turned around and said, I'm gonna rock him. You had two choices. And you chose a choice that got your man's life taken. But you a real one, right? Because you got all that money, it makes you smart, right? Any real one knows when it's you don't bring fists to a gunfight, dummy. Doesn't matter how real you are. Like what? Like I'm just mind blown on how this guy is wanting to hang on, being such a real guy that even when there was a gun against him and his homie, he didn't back down. I didn't back down with no gun, bro. What the fuck? That makes you dumb. That makes you dumb, dummy. Anybody in the world could put two and two together. If I'm in an altercation and a guy got a gun and I still make the dumbass decision to swing on him and I lose my life, guess what? I made the choice. I had two choices. I could fire off on him or I could walk away. But see, the thing is he don't realize pride and ego will get you fucked up every time. Pride and ego will get you fucked up every time. It doesn't matter what kind of situation is. When you lead with pride and ego within a situation and there's other people involved and there's an altercation involved, pride is going to get your life taken every time. We see it time and time again. Time and time again. If you've been out here and you ran the streets, you've been in that life, you know, ego and pride will get a motherfucker fucked up every time. They'll either get him locked up in jail or injured in the hospital, having to recover from the stupid ass decisions that he made based off of his ego and pride. But see, the dumb motherfuckers that will sit up here and back Troy Ave, they won't give you that perspective. They won't tell you that shit. Well, he did what he had to do. No, dummy. He didn't do what he had to do. He had choices. In this life, we have a choice. Every time some shit pops off, we have a fucking choice. And just know, when the odds are against you and you make a dumbass decision to still jump in the fire, that's on you. You made that choice, dummy. You had two choices. You could have walked away from the fire, but you made the choice to jump in the fire like a dummy. So your ass got burnt. What the fuck? Like, bro, that's the shit that I don't like. Is people will give people an out, but they won't understand the facts of a situation. They're like, oh, well, the person did what he had to do. No, like, and don't get me wrong, there's certain situations where, yeah, that can apply. If a person got your shirt tied up and the gun to your head and the first reaction is to fire off on them, that's different than being a distance away from a person, see them brandishing or reaching for a gun and making the conscious decision to be like, all right, dog, hey, homie, you got it. You got it. And you'll live to see them another day. And hopefully you'll be smart enough, since you had all this money, as Troy Ave claims, millions of dollars. How the fuck was you not hiring security? Oh, because you trusted Banga, a close homie to you, that you say a person that you love. God rest the dead, right? That's what he just said in that clip. But you made the conscious decision to allow your homie to crash out, even though you knew the opposition had a gun. Why didn't you jump out? Why didn't you tell Banga, nah, hold on, homie, this is my situation. I got it. Because you was the one in the record. You was the one on Twitter popping all that shit with Tax Stone. Why didn't you tell Banga, nah, this is my shit? You a real one, right? That's what real ones do in the street. They don't allow homies to handle their shit. If you get into it with someone, you handle that yourself. That's a one-on-one situation. Now, if it becomes a group situation, that's different. But when it's just you two, why you let Banga crash out like that? Why don't you just, nah, I got it. You sent him to go fire off on him. You a pussy, Troy Ave. You a mark. You a lame, dog. The fuck is you saying? So you can put a facade on for the rest of these dummy ass YouTuber bloggers, whoever that support your stupid ass. But over here, we not for that shit. You a sucker. You a rat. And honestly, within this ski mask, you kind of look like a hidden rat right now. Let's get into it.
Rats don't know I'm aware of them, or there's no argument of words between us.
Yeah.
But as Banga turns around and looks at me, I look over when it's fight or flight. I'm not with none of that. So at this point, back to this aggressive story. At this point, Banger turns around, looks at me, and Banger says, "Yo, I'ma rock him." I wink at Banger. Do your thing. Not letting Rats don't know I'm aware of him or there's no argument of words between us.
Yeah.
But as Banger turns around and looks at me, I look over to the side of him, and now Ratstone appears to be pulling his fucking pistol off his hip. Am I gonna be like these other soft niggas and be like, because first of all, Banger's my man, it's not my security.
Right.
He'll hold me down just the way I would hold him down.
Right.
Niggas, any type of way. That's a fact. If somebody come in here right now, guess what? I'm gonna defend us. We gonna all defend each other, but does that make...
You held Banger down like a coward, dog. What the fuck is he saying? I'd hold Banger down like he held me down. What do you, dog? When it came time to host the man's funeral, you politicking with his mother about where he should be buried or about send me receipts. But you would hold, like, Banger lost his life for you, and that's how you honor him, is by putting on a facade, by politicking with his mom about where he should be buried, or asking for receipts to prove that they paid for this and that. But that's your man's. That's your man's mother. You claim to be this get money guy. Send her some bread. Even though no amount of money can take the pain away from a mother grieving. But as someone that you consciously knew, you told Banger to fire off on him. You a pussy because you ain't got no conscience. You ain't got no moral values. Because me as a person, if I did some goofy shit like that, one thing I'm going to do for sure, and I get it, everybody's different. But one thing that I know, that I learned from the streets, is if I have someone do something for me and they lose their life or they get fucked up in the situation for it, I got to hold that man down and anybody that's around him that is provided from him. So, and what I'm initially trying to say is, you had him crash out. It shouldn't matter what his mom wants or what his mom needs. Just send the fucking bread, dog. You claim to be a guy that got $1 million. Me personally, if I have $1 million on me and I know a situation happened because I told my homie to go fire off on him and he lost his life, I'm sending the mother whatever I can, whether it's 10, 20, 30, $40,000, just to let her know. And I'm going to have a conversation with her. Let her know, hey, I feel bad. What part I played in this situation, I feel so bad about. And I know no amount of money is going to take the pain away that a mother is feeling from losing her child. But here, take this. I don't need no receipts of nothing. Just take this. I hope it can help you be able to stay at home, grieve, mourn, or whatever it can do to help your grieving process. Here, take this. Because as a parent, I couldn't imagine having to go to work a day after I lose my son or a week after losing my child and having to just try to figure out how to make ends meet because the guy that was providing lost his life. Like, yeah, there's the mom's got other kids, but it's just, it's morally in me to be like, yo, I know no amount of money can take the pain away, but here, I want to give you this so you're good. So money is not a concern of yours as you are going through this time. But see, because Troy Ave's a buster and because it's all about him and himself, he's not built like that. He's not like that. He just would rather put on this facade that, you know, he's this big tough guy, this big street guy. Like, bruh, that's my main issue within this whole situation is just the sucker shit. Like, you claim to be real, but then you politicking with this man's mom about where to bury him. You politicking on a mother losing her child. What kind of sucker are you, dog? It doesn't fucking matter what you want with your homie's body. It don't matter. That's up to the mother, the brother, the sister. That's up to those people. Not fucking you weirdo. Who gave you entitlement of that? And from what Trife says, I'm going to get a little bit into what Trife, the interview after this, Trife had broke down how his brother would come to him asking for money because Troy Ave wasn't giving him no money to protect him, to be around. But Troy Ave will put on a facade and act like he bought this and I bought this and I bought. Buying stuff is cool. But actual money for your people to live off of is different. Like, And granted, maybe Benga had an issue where he was spending money and shit that he wasn't supposed to. We all fuck money up in this lifetime. We all fuck some money up at some point. We all got to learn. We just made a lump sum of money and then we went broke. Okay, now I know not to do that again. And I'm talking about like when you're younger and shit. Like you just maybe come across some money, hit a lick or whatever it may be, and you get in some money and you go fuck it up. Whether it's party with the bitches, buy some new clothes, whatever it may be, fuck it up in that manner. Then you have to go through that experience to realize, oh, I just blew this money on all this frivolous dumb shit and I didn't invest nothing. Now I'm broke. Motherfuckers go through that shit. That happens. But for Troy Ave to act like how he acted and politicked with Benga's mom about where to bury the body or how much this and how much he was going to send that, like, bruh, who the fuck is you? You said in that same clip, people can't tell you how to mourn. But if somehow you feel entitled to tell a mother where to bury your kid, you're a fucking loser, dog.
I'm your security. Nigga, we holding it down. How we supposed to do? You feel me? So when Benga's had his turn looking at me, I look over, I see this nigga pulling. He went from what's popping, reaching, and now he pulling. I'm not gonna wait. Hey, Benga, watch out. Hey, yo, look, he got a gun. Hey, yo, tap him. Yo, push him in front of me. Yo, watch. Yo. I'm not trying to let my man get shot with his head turned. So nigga, I reach over him immediately. There's no words talk, and I go and text on his face with a right. Hit him with.
And this right here, this don't make sense. So you're saying there was a distance between to where you could because remember he said Benga's taller than him. So you're saying you could either look from the side or look over Benga's shoulder and have Taxstone be so close to where then your short ass could reach over Benga's shoulder and still connect with Taxstone's face. Like, this is what I'm saying. This story ain't adding up. Like, how is it that Benga look and mind you, these are Troy Ave's words. He said he's shorter than Benga. How is it that Benga was able to turn around but he's having an altercation with someone, a verbal altercation at that time with Taxstone. He was able to turn around and say, I'm about to pop him. And you somehow winked at him. And he was able to see all this go on as there's another person in front of him reaching for a gun. But he's taking the time to look at you in the eye and all this other shit. And then you're so close to Taxstone that you're able to reach over Benga and punch him in the face. Bro, to me, that's all bullshit, dog. It's all bullshit. If you ever been in a real life situation, if you're shorter than the person that's in front of you and they're taller, you're 9 times out of 10 not going to be able to connect with whoever you're having an altercation with. How is it that Taxstone was so close that you was able to see him reaching for his gun, but Benga's taller than you? The logistics of the altitude and longitude of this situation ain't adding up. And anyone that's ever been in some real life shit in real life situations, you know, shit happens so fast. Boom, bing, bang, boom, bing, bang. But you willing to sit here and say, I was able to analyze all of this. I was able to pick up on all this and analyze the whole situation going down. But you was smart enough to analyze everything that's going down. But you wasn't smart enough to save your man's life when he said, when he turned around and said, I'm about to pop him, and you and your conscious brain of knowing everything, you knew that you didn't have a gun. So you was willing to fight against a gun, knowing damn well it takes less than a millisecond to pull that trigger and to get a bullet out. And bullets have no fucking name. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And you was because remember, these are Troy Ave's words. He was able to analyze everything that was going on, but you wasn't able to analyze the predicament of this guy's got a gun. I know me and my homie don't, and I'm gonna tell my homie to fire off on him, and we're gonna just put it in the hands of luck that we make it out. What kind of fucking smart tactic is that? That's why I said it doesn't matter the amount of money viewerships, likes, or whatever it may be that a person has. That does not make them fucking smart. We see time and time again, ton of people that are dumb with money. So I'm confused on, like, I want to run this back.
Your security, nigga, we holding it down. How we supposed to do? You feel me? So when Bangers had his turn looking at me, I look over, I see this nigga pulling. He went from what's popping, reaching, and now he pulling. I'm not gonna wait. Hey, Banger, watch out. Hey, yo, look, he got a gun. Hey, yo, tap him, yo, push him in front of me. Oh, watch. I'm not trying to let my man get shot with his head turned. So nigga, I reach over him immediately. There's no words told, and I go and text on his face with a right.
And I hope everybody can see the irony and the dumbass within the statement of, I'm not about to let my homie get shot, so I'm going to swing off on the dude. You're not going to let your homie get shot, but your homie got shot because you didn't make the smart decision. So when you saw homie reaching for the waist to say, yo, you got it. You got it. Sometimes you got to play smart within the streets. Guns do not care. They don't care how smart or dumb you are. If you make a dumb decision during a dumb situation, dumb shit's gonna happen, and that's exactly what happened. Troy Ave, with being the quote-unquote leader that he claims to be, sent your homie on a crash test dummy mission, and now he's gone. Rest in peace, Banga. I don't want to make it come off like I'm disrespecting Banga or anything. I'm more or less speaking to the accountability that Troy Ave is acting like he's taking, but not really taking. Like, bro, anybody that's been in a sticky situation knows that what he just explained, as far as him, Banga being taller than him seeing Taxstone reaching for the waist, and somehow now he sees Taxstone reaching for the waist, but somehow he was so close to be able to punch him and grab the gun. But none of that makes sense, dog. None of that makes sense. Like, exactly. And this is the thing. And from the video, I found the video from that happened that was recorded in the room that the shit went down. And from what it looks like, what I'm assuming happened was Taxstone got the shot off, boom, and then he shot again, boom, and he hit. That's when the second shot is when he hit Troy Ave in the leg. And I'll go back to the video of when Troy Ave was running out the club. You can see in his leg, it looked like he peed his pants. It's because he got shot in the leg. So it makes no sense that, or no, back to my bad. Back to, so I believe this is my assumption of the situation on how, because Troy Ave did get Taxstone's gun. What happened was when he let off the two shots, the room everybody started to duck. People started to push each other, and what I'm assuming was Taxstone was around some people that were trying to push their way out of the room, and he fell over to the side, tripped over someone's feet, and he fell. He dropped the gun. Because I've had a situation where I was getting jumped by like 30 dudes, and some shit was popping off, and the people that I was with, one of the homegirls she was actually banging with us. She had stepped on my foot, and I fell over. So that could definitely happen, because when shit gets to scurrying and everybody gets to pushing, shit, people are gonna fall over. Like, that's just like, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are speaking on the situation that never been into a real life situation, so they're just being like, oh well, maybe this could have happened this way, or maybe it could have happened this way. And it's like, no, dummy. If you actually take in consideration, or you speak with someone that's been in some real life shit, you'll understand of when an actual situation happens. It's not going how they portrayed on YouTube. It's not going down on how some people are assuming on YouTube shit happens. That's like, shit happens in a fucking second, dog. In a fucking millisecond. It's a lot of people are like, I'll fight you for 5 minutes. Bruh, 9 times most street fights last maybe a minute, if that. 2 minutes, if that. They never go longer. They never go longer. Like, like I said, it takes milliseconds to fire off a gun. So in his dumbass brain, I'm gonna punch this dude, even though he got his hand on the trigger. Like, bruh, like, dog, Troy Ave is just a whole fucking clown. Let's get into some of these comments. He was just dumb. Facts, DB. What's good, AA Ron? I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you hit that like button. DB saying, what's up, everybody? Allegedly, it slid across the floor by what Mano was saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, and I'll see if I can find it real quick. I should have chopped it, or I should have not chopped. I should have clipped it up and had it downloaded and ready for y'all to see. But yeah, I found someone was actually recording within the studio, and you actually, I believe it was, you see Taxstone jump over some people when he runs out. But I have to look back, because I believe he was wearing all white. So, but that could have been Benga. But we'll pull that clip up here in a little bit, and I'll see if I can confirm that, considering all the information that I've gotten. But all right, so y'all seen that? Damn, there was one part that I may have spoke on. Let me go back real quick.
I run in a burning building and I save the people. He turns around, looks at me, and Benga says, "Yo." Turns around, looks at me, and Benga says, "Yo, I'ma rock him." I wink at Benga. Do your thing. Not letting rats don't know I'm aware of him, or there's no argument of words between us.
Yeah.
But
Look at that. He was hiding behind his man. He knew Taxstone was there. He wasn't willing to address Taxstone himself. He was hiding behind Benga. What kind of pussy ass shit is that? That's some rat ass shit, dog. You claim to be this real guy. I'm real from the street. But you hiding. You got tension with a guy and you hiding. You hiding behind your mans. Your mans that had nothing to do with this situation. The beef that you and Taxstone had, but you hiding. Oh yeah, he didn't know I was behind him. I'm not letting him see. What the fuck is that? Bruh, you say you stand on 10 toes. What the fuck? You floating right there, my guy. Some pussy ass shit.
I'm not with none of that. So at this point, back to this aggressive story.
Yeah, I think I got spoke on everything. There was one part but I think I addressed it. Let me go to it's another clip from the same podcast. I just had to cut it up because somebody called me, so I didn't want y'all to have to hear the.
We can all defend each other, but does that make? We can all defend each other, but does that make I'm your security? Nah, nigga, we hope. I'm not trying to let my man get shot with his head turned. So nigga, I reach over him immediately. There's no words told, and I go and Taxstone's face with the right. Hit him with the right. Reach for the gun with the left. That's when everybody start pushing. Oh, and I get pushed over to the left side, and I fall down. I don't fall down to the floor because there's mad people in there. I fall on top of people, all kinds of shit. But
look how arrogant this dickhead fucking is. I fell, but I didn't fall to the floor. He's such an egotistical, prideful dickhead that he's even wanting to play word semantics on, I fell, but I didn't fall on the floor, so you can't say I fell to the floor. I fell on some people. Dog, when you fall, where do you fall to? If someone is standing straight up, whether there's a body right there laying down on or whatever it may be, if you fall, you fucking fell to the ground, dog. So quit being like, he's such a prideful little fucking dickhead. This is why I fucking can't stand this fool. I cannot stand him. Well, I fell, but I didn't fall to the floor. Bro, what the fuck? Like, you're more willing to address that and address that type of shit rather than holding yourself accountable for the stupid fucking decision you made to call Benga, ask him to come to the club. Oh, okay, the I'm gonna rock him or I'm gonna pop him comment from Benga. Like, yes, I get it. All men have to can make their own decisions, but if that man is your entourage and he turns around and says, "Yo, I'm about to do this," you had a choice to say, "No, don't do it," and do it. You sent your man on a crash test dummy mission. You are not a leader. You're a fucking wimp. You're an unaccountable bitch. That's what you are, Torrey Ave. You a fucking mark. You a lame, dog. Every word in the street book of calling someone a bitch, you are the spitting image of. And it fucking sickens me to watch motherfuckers back this clown-ass motherfucker up and act like they tough guys. So you tough guys, but you cover for a rat that can't be a tough guy. What the fuck? Like, bro, like, it's disgusting. But that's what y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta realize the people that y'all support, whether it's a blog, a YouTuber, an artist, whatever it may be, do your due diligence on who that person is. Because you could be blindly supporting someone that's a straight bitch, and you wouldn't even know it because you're blindly supporting that person.
I fall to the left. So mind you, this active aggression shit he was saying, they make it look like I came in there, yo, they didn't go, and just went off. The nigga said, what's popping, yelling, what's popping, and reaching for a pistol.
Right.
And what do most people do in that situation? Yo, you got it. You got it, family. All right. All right, I'm going to see you again. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, nah, it ain't even that serious. It ain't. Not me.
They would have had you on every blog.
Look. He's so prideful. He knows that there's a way to get an out so you and your man's make it home safe to your families. As far as, oh, you got it. You whatever you know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to do all this right now. Whatever it may be, you know that's an option. But because you're such a tough guy, you willing to say, what did he just say? Not me. Not me.
Yeah, nah, it ain't even that serious. It ain't. Not me.
Not me. Now imagine that you are a father or a mother of a child and you hearing the person that was with your child the night the altercation went down bragging that he's not willing to say, yo, you got it. I don't like in the sense of I don't want my people to lose their life over some petty ass shit over the internet. So you know what? You got it. You so fucking hard-headed and you allowing a parent to hear you say this shit. If it does get to the parents, or even brothers or sisters, loved ones, come across the clip of this, you saying, not me. I'm tough guy. Not me. Right, you lost someone. A mother lost a child. A brother lost a brother. A sister lost a brother. A niece and nephew lost a uncle. All because you want to be a fucking tough guy. You a fucking lame, dog. And this is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers will want to get into the street, act hood on this internet shit. But when it's time to do what you're supposed to be standing on, you fold. You start pointing fingers. You start playing the tough guy role. But you're not really a tough guy because you hid behind Banga. You a mark, dog. Like, bruh.
They would have had you on every blog for the next 10 years.
It ain't even about that. It's about me being a man. I stand on man principles. Like, I don't pick and choose. That's a fact. I'm not Chano. I don't pick and choose. So for everybody want to say the act of aggression, these are court documents. This is really what happened. The act of aggression was a nigga yelling what's popping and reaching for a pistol. Yeah. The act of aggression was a nigga yelling what's popping and reaching for a pistol. The act of aggression was a nigga yelling what's popping and I'm turning around and looking over my man's shoulder and pulling that pistol and I go in his mouth immediately and reach for the pistol with my left hand. That was the first act of aggression. I had a reaction. My reaction wasn't like a bunch of these scary niggas, so they want to try to paint it a different way. Like Manolo Coco.
So now being smart is being scary. Bruh. We live in a whole fucking different universe from when I came up. I swear to God, dog. Like, it's crazy that people will allow a buster like this fool Troy Ave to get up on the fucking podcast and say, I'm not scary. I'd rather be dumb and scary than smart. Bro, what the fuck, dog? And this is what I'm saying, like, bro, they got so many. And mind you, Troy Ave does numbers. People fuck with his music. His music can be catchy. But see, we live in a day and age where people don't care about artists rapping about some shit and not actually being that. And then playing to be street and hood and all this other shit. But then get up on the stand and tell on someone when Troy Ave wasn't even being accused of killing his friend. He told on Tax Stone to lessen his time for firing the gun in the club. I want y'all to remember that. Troy Ave didn't tell on Tax Stone in honor of Banga. He told on Tax Stone so he would get out of jail early for firing a gun in the club twice. That's why he told on Tax Stone. It wasn't in honor of Banga. And to me, that's very fucking clear.
You know, how he could do that? Yo, we reaching over with the gun and shit, nigga. You're soft, nigga. Boy, you soft, boy. Boy, you know what I know. You know what I know. But we ain't gonna get into that.
He's also shaped like an egg, so he's not.
You feel me? He looks like a fish out of water. He looks like a blowfish out of water. Like the eyes, the glossy eyes. You need to go to the doctor and get that checked out, sir. Pancreatic. That's what it's giving. It's giving pancreatic. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. We ain't putting that on you. I'm just telling you. So anyway, I get it how people can't understand this. I get it how, even down to the point of when I get shot in my car on Christmas, I drive myself damn way halfway to the hospital. Wolfie was there. There was no panic.
Now look, see, he like, to me, when someone over explains how real they are and they bring up situations that they've been in to combat that, or to basically co-sign that they're real, and they're over explaining on how real they are, you're not a real one, dog. People that you fuck with and the people that are having eyeballs on you will decide if you're real or not. But when you constantly go, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Me personally, I don't take that shit into consideration. When you bragging about being this or having all the money, cool, dog, you could do that. But what's up with your like how are you as a man? How are you as a person? What's your morals and values in life? Do you think it's cool to co-sign bullshit just to fit a narrative that you want to run with? You think it's cool to co-sign weirdo shit just to be able to have content? Like, bruh, it's just, bruh.
It was calm. It was, let's figure this shit out. Let's figure this shit out. This shit.
So because he got shot and was able to hold his composure and we're going to figure this situation out, what does that have to do with anything about you losing your mans? Like, well, how does that even make sense?
You got to get figured out. That's a fact, though. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, man.
All right, y'all, that's the end of that clip. I can't take no more. I can't take fucking no more, dog. Like, bruh. I can't, like, just hearing Troy Ave's voice just fucking brings cringe to my fucking bones. Him getting shot in the car was crazy. He lucky. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, yeah, facts. Because he was, but in the sense, Sal Beemore, he brought it on himself. Because I caught an interview where Troy Ave explains what happens. I believe it was the Breakfast Club interview. He explains, he pulled up to the shirt designer or the hat designer spot in a foreign, parked on the sidewalk, in a foreign, a big flashy car. He parked on the sidewalk. He goes in. He's talking to the tailor guy about wanting to get some kind of hats or shirts printed up faster because he had an album dropped in December or some shit. And then, so he parks his car out there, just out a fucking sore thumb in this neighborhood. And he even says he knows it's not a good neighborhood. And he parked a foreign vehicle like a sore thumb. Dog, that's a fucking, that's a lick for anybody that's in that hood that's struggling. They gonna fucking, they know that person got money. They gonna look at that as a lick. And that's exactly what happened. He parked his car right out in front of the building like a dummy. And he even said it was a dumb move that he parked his car where he parked it. And then he walked out, got in the car, called his mom, said they about to go do the Christmas thing. He goes to pull off. And as he pulls off, he's in the street and he comes to a two-way street where you can only turn left or right. There's 3 cars in front of him. And he sees some dude come behind his car. As he comes behind the car, he sees the dude coming on the side of the car out of his rearview mirror. And he said he pushed the sport button, and because he was in a Maserati, he pushed the sport button and let on the gas. So he said that spooked the person, and the person thought he was shot. So he just fired in the car. That's when he got shot in the back. And see, this is when I'm like, brother, if you smart and you move intact and you see someone creeping up on you like that, and you got the car and drive, reverse that bitch. Swing the car to where they're gonna swing the way to hit the person. Now I get it. Not a lot of people will be able to. That's not capable of doing. But if you worried about pushing the sport button, just move your vehicle, dog. Put that shit in reverse. But you more worried about pushing the sport button to have the car backfire to scare the person. Like, bro, to me that was his own doing. Like, you dumb. And he even says it. Yeah, red car. He even says it. He says it in the Breakfast Club interview that I pulled up. I wasn't moving smart. I didn't understand my celebrity. So, bro, time and time again, you put yourself in stupid ass situations. Eventually, you gotta look in the mirror and say, what am I doing wrong as a person in this life? What am I doing wrong that I'm having all these bad situations happen? And it sounded like he took a little accountability by saying, oh yeah, I parked the car, I did this, I did that dumb. Okay, now you could take accountability in that situation. Why not move smarter going forward? But then you put your homie in a situation where he loses his life. Like, bruh, Troy Ave is just dumb. Like, I don't care what no one says. You could have all the money in the world. That don't make you fucking smart. The real ones are not getting on social media trying to sell themselves. Preach! Red car too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A red Maserati. Like, bruh, you in the hood. He even said he was in a bad neighborhood. Like, and you still did that goofy shit? That just tells me you dumb. You are not really from the streets. Like, because the motherfucker really from the streets that had real situations happen, they gonna have a form of PTSD or they know not to move stupidly and be the flashy guy in the neighborhood. Because if you actually move in weight like that and you the flashy guy, you just sticking out like a sore thumb. And if people know you that guy, you really putting yourself in a dumbass situation. Oh shit, my audio going in and out. Hold up. It might be you, South Mark, because I got it playing in my headphones, and I don't hear it cutting in and out. Because I got it playing on my phone to make sure the audio is good. All right, y'all. Let me pull up Tribe Gangsta's interview, and he addresses Troy Ave. Like the first clip I played is Troy Ave up on Breakfast. This is Banga's brother's response to that, and I'm not gonna play the whole thing because the whole interview is like an hour and a half long, but there's a lot of information within like 30 to 33 minutes of this interview that put a lot of context on how Troy Ave was moving and how he kind of became who he was. Because in reality, we all know most rappers that come up, they're gonna need someone from a neighborhood to support them, to back them up, to then, co-sign, to then have the people in the neighborhood fuck with them. And then once people see that a rapper is respected from where he's from, then it branches out to other states and other cities that people start, listening to him. Well, that's at least how it used to work. Like back in the day, like, 2000, 2010, like you needed the co-sign of the people to put you in a position as a rapper. Now in today's time, you could just upload some shit to SoundCloud and fucking little Johnny from fucking suburban neighborhood's gonna fucking run the views up on your shit, and then it's gonna be perceived as everybody fucks with you, when in reality there's probably like a good 100 people just playing you, 100 kids that ain't really from nowhere putting your shit on repeat because they want to be, they're influenced, like, oh man, this rapper's hard, this rapper's rap, like, because like I'll be honest with y'all, like me growing up as a kid, like a lot of the dumb shit that I did was influenced by music, and I ain't putting the all the blame on music. I'm just saying where I made the dumb decisions that I made, not no one else, that I made, was influenced off of shit that I was listening to, because I was like, yo, shit, this is how I gotta be. Like, they rapping about this, they rapping about that. If I want to be involved in this gang shit, I gotta move like this. I gotta be able to move weight. I gotta be able to do this. I gotta be able to do that. And as a kid, you're very impressionable if you don't have the right male figure. And I'm speaking as a boy. If you're a young boy in this life and you don't have the right male figure to guide you, there's certain things that are going to influence you that might not be the smartest or best to influence you and have you doing crazy shit. And rap music was one of it for me. I was like, shit, this is how they maneuver. This how, what I'm saying? This how I got to move. This, what I'm saying? Like, you hear about rap songs talking about cut the homie off because he did some fake shit. Then you be on the lookout for that shit. Yo, is so-and-so moving funny? Do I got to cut them off? Whatever it may be. Like, and I'm not blaming music all in all. Because if I had the right male guidance to guide me, and they would have been like, yo, you can't invest all your emotions and feelings within this music. There's difference from music in real life. But see, I didn't have that as a child. So I invested all my feelings within the music. And then I went out and did the dumb shit that I did off the conscience that I had, that I made. I made the conscious decision to do stupid shit. That was on me. It wasn't nothing else. So I want to make that clear. I'm not blaming music, because I do be kind of tight when people just blame hip hop for every little bitty thing, and it's like no, like there's a lot of factors into when a young person, whether they're 12, 13, and going into their 20s, they make bad decisions if they don't have the right guidance, whether it's a mother or father. And that's why I be preaching, gentlemen, stay in your kids' lives, be active in your kids' lives, guide your kids, and if they're boys, guide them down the right path. Don't allow them to be influenced by the streets or music to where they think they got to go out there and get love in that aspect. Be the father that guides a kid to be able to be a productive citizen in society. Don't just allow your kid to be out here squandering, doing goofy shit. Like, just be a great father. And if, as long as you're involved in your kid's life and you stand firm on morals and values, your kid's gonna follow that. Like, the kid's gonna respect you. Because in reality, yeah, we like money, all that shit's cool doing that for the kid. But in reality, what a child really needs in their life is time. They just need time. I had to tell one homie, like, dog, like, who cares if you ain't got no money? You got a house, your bills is paid. Spend time with your kids. Whether it's kicking it in the backyard or upstairs doing some activities with them. Just spend the fucking time with them, dog. Just spend the time. That's all that really matters, is just spending time. So that's just my advice on that. But let me get into it. Okay, hold on. All right, let me close a couple tabs up here. Oh shit! You know what I just realized? Hold on, my bad. Oh, my bad. I just realized there's a donation. So hold on, yeah. Let me pull this up real quick. Play a fuck up. Play us fuck up too, dog. Let's see. What am I looking for? My bad, y'all. I had missed a donation. So let me get that shit pulled up. So in case you feel like donating. Because you know what I'm saying? I get up here and I do this shit for the love and for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money's cool. Like, I really appreciate it. Don't get that fucked up. But I'm up here to just, you know what I'm saying? Provide a little bit of entertainment and talk about some real life shit. Not up here to just give you a bunch of emotions that aren't backed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? We try to move. That's all I'm saying. We try to move off facts, and sometimes we may get shit wrong. That happened, but be accountable. Yo, I was wrong. I had this opinion about this, and I was wrong. Boom, it's over. You apologize. And I think Troy Ave would have got a lot further if he would have had that aspect on the situation. Like, yo, my bad. Yo, go to the mom, and you ain't even gotta put it on the internet. Just, yo, have that conversation with Banga's mom. Yo, I played this part. I apologize. I shouldn't have told him to do it. I shouldn't have told him to pop off on him. I should have been the person that said, yo, let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's get up out of here. Like, I'd rather us get to our families. And you could have a real life conversation with Banga's mom and be accountable for the actions you placed. And then I guarantee you're going to be able to move forward. She's going to forgive you. She's going to see the authenticity in your apology and how remorse you feel about the situation. But when you don't do that and you just think like politicking with the mom about where Banga should be buried, of course they're going to side eye your ass. Like, you being weird. Like, what the fuck? Who gave you entitlement to tell a fucking mother where to bury her kid? Like, bro, like, where? Like, I don't care how much money I got. I don't care how much shit I buy my homie. If I ever become that rich, I don't even care about what I did for the person. If I lose a homie and his mother passes, hey, how can I help? I'm not gonna sit up here and politic and tell you where to bury your son. Oh, because me and him ate at this Popeyes every day, I want you to bury him across the street from it. Fucking selfish, dog. What is you on? Like, all right, hold on, y'all. Let me get this pulled up. Like, bro, it's just disgusting, dog. Like, And I get it. Not everyone's like me. I get it. But I'm up here to give my perspective on this situation. That's what I'm talking about. Be more. Hit that like button. I'll vote for Melo if he runs her team. Hey. Then I'll sign the petition to impeach him. Oh, fuck out of here, Bobby. Nah, fucking. Before you even get to impeach me, dog, I'm locking your ass up for not having a green card, pussy. Fucking Central American boy. It's all about him. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. Let me pull up this donation real quick. Let me pay respects to my supporters. You know, don't ever fucking call you. If I ever get big, don't ever call yourself a fucking fan. You're a supporter, your homies. Like, I ain't doing all that creepy ass shit. All right, let's run it. Oh shit, what's going on here, Doug? Is it gonna pop up? Yo, stupid, dog. Yo, Alvar Galarraga. Did someone say bail money? Oh, hi, Sneaker Jacks. God damn, if you know, you know. Let's see. I'll get to these comments real quick, and then we'll get into the Trife interview. MJ signs the convert. Oh my god, fuck out of here, dog. Thanks for the tip. Oh, we gotta pause that. That was weird, but whatever. The ring again. Melo's sticking to the script, not writing the script. Fact. It's a fact, dog. Got morals and values out here. Not about to just fucking co-sign with a bunch of fucking weirdos because I feel they was in the right. I feel. Nah, dog. Look at the details. Look at how shit played out. Then make an assessment. Then give your opinion. But a lot of motherfuckers just like to read the headlines and hear a 10 fucking second clip of what happened and then just run with that narrative. And to me, that's just disgusting, dog. That shit is it's nasty. What's good, Big Money Sonny? What's up in the horse? All right, y'all. Let's get into this because it's kind of a long one. Damn, I think I had to start this from the beginning of the interview. I think it jumped off from the beginning. All right, let me double check everything. Yo, how's y'all fucking Tuesday? If you're in here and you ain't been in here, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know you having a good day or bad day. If it's a bad day, sorry for you. Just know there's tomorrow. Can be a better day tomorrow. The details, fool. The truth is in the details, y'all. The truth is in the details. And that's one thing, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, when it comes to like doing this YouTube shit, like, I know I didn't post for like a week, but like for me, when like I wanna talk about something that, you know, I'm passionate about, or something that is, you know, I feel should be addressed, or like say there's sucker shit going on. That's the shit that I want to address and talk about, because I just want to get up here and get up here and give my perspective on shit that I care about and that I feel, you know, is a good. Oh shit, they donated. Hold on. Pop it, fuck it, pop it, fuck it. I'll get back to what I was saying. Let me run this donation real quick, y'all. Pop it, fuck it. Is it gonna read again, or what's going on here, Dougie? What is happening? I know it's gonna read it again. Slow ass fucking computer. But don't worry, we won't have to deal with this for too long. Your boy's been saving up for a tower. About to have this shit running smooth. I don't know if it's gonna reread it. What the fuck going on? Let me see. There we go. Hashtag fuck it. Hi. God damn it. Elver Gallagher. Hi, how are you? 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 Yeah? Hashtag fuck ETC. Don't blame me. Blame the dono. Don't shoot the messenger. Figure out who did it. Go get your get back. Blood, cuh. You know what I'm saying? Damn, someone whole government. Damn, if that's someone's government, yo, don't be blaming that shit on me. That is not on me. Whoever donated, you could take it up with them. I'll see y'all favorite YouTuber creating fake donators to make me realize. God damn. Oh yeah. Let me get this going. I'm gonna put it on the 1.5. I was gonna do 1.5, but 1.5 because they got the New York accent and kind of you won't be able to pick up on it. So I'm gonna do the 1.25, and that's no fucking diss to the New Yorkers that watch my shit. I'm just saying when you got that heavy New York accent and you put the shit on fast, it makes it hard to understand. It's not a big deal though. All right, we up. All right, so let me get my mouse on it. So this gentleman to the left right here, as you can see, his name's Doggy Diamonds. The gentleman to the right, his name's Tribe Gangsta. I don't think that's his government name, but yeah, that's his name. And this right here, Tribe Gangsta, is the brother of Banga. He's a well-known and respected blood from what I've gathered from people that have spoken on him. He was in prison for 10 years. I think he got locked up in like the early 2000s and then got out like fucking I can't remember the dates, but he says I think it was after 2010 is when he got out, and he wanted to do something for the community. So even though he was, a menace to the community, he wanted to get out and kind of be an activist in the sense of trying to guide young kids down a different path than what he took. And then this whole situation popped off. So, that name sounds familiar. It doesn't sound familiar, man. I don't know nothing about it. I had a homie name. I don't know who the fuck he's talking about. I don't know. New York is a wild place. His mama might have named him that after birth. Like, you're stupid, dog. At first, I was like, who the fuck is you talking about Tribe? You're fucking dumb, dog. Oh, fuck. Fucking perm, dog.
My brother named Banger, for those that don't understand, that's Ronald McFadder, but he is depicted as Troy Ave's bodyguard.
And for the record, we wanted to speak on that because he's not Troy Ave's bodyguard.
Yeah, we're going to start with that. He's not. And we're going to end where we need to end, but straight off the bat, we'll touch on that topic on a whole nother level. That's not what it is, and we don't want to be identified as the bodyguard of Troy Ave.
So, Troy Ave does an interview on the Breakfast Club. I know your phone was ringing crazy. My phone was ringing crazy. You watched it. You text me. You sent it to me. What were some of your sentiments with the interview? Like,
I mean, I've been dealing with what's this this April.
My bad, y'all. Sometimes you gotta drop the pixels when it's not loading fast enough. So I had to drop the pixels.
Beginning of April, right? So I've been dealing with this since, of course, losing my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Right? My brother gave his life. So it's constant. It ain't stop. For the people who moved on with their life, it ain't stop for me. It ain't stop for my family, right? But I had many nights where I crawl into a ball in my crib and you don't talk to nobody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because of the level of where I know those who know me know I could take it, right? So I've been quiet.
Mhm.
You know, I've been home 10 years. Right? My name Trife Gangster. Go do some research. Gangster Killer Blood. G-Shine, you know what that is. Go reach out and ask somebody about who I am. I'm official all the way around. I came out 10 years ago and I said, I'm easy, right? Almost 10 years ago. I ain't hit that mark yet. Hopefully I do. But I came out and I said, I'm easy. I'm gonna do something different for this hood. You know what I'm saying? As blood, I'm gonna do something different, right? So I'm gonna show these little niggas not to be like I was, how I was moving. You don't want to get up in the mountain. So this is my focus. This is what I've been doing for these last years.
Yes.
You understand my point?
Mhm.
So, you talk about gunplay and gangster shit, you talking about me, right? Trife Gangster, go, I know that. Right? My reputation is impeccable. It's not tarnished in no shape, form, or fashion. Niggas ain't scared me away from the gangster life. I went to do it for the change of my kids. I didn't want my kids walking in the prison cell trying to be like me. That was my focus. You know what? Nah, because I seen it happen to me. I seen it happen when I was in prison.
And
And sing.
And I seen you put a post up recently with the acronym of blood. Like where we at with this? We really about oppression, trying to school the youth. You know what I'm saying?
So I instead of talking about it, I'm gonna be about it. I was about the violence. I'm gonna be about the people.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? That's where it comes at. So at this point, to be from that walk of life to lose a brother and just hear so much chit chat, everybody talking, everybody got a comment. You know what I'm saying? People hashtagging this, whatever we want to get you, bro. I'm here, right? I'm with the shits now. Like you don't understand. Tribe's in the building. Let's talk about it.
So you see the interview. Troy Ave speaks about he bailed your brother out. True or false?
True and false.
Okay, elaborate.
So bro been moving with this bozo. When I say bozo through this whole interview, I'm talking about Troy Ave.
Okay.
Right? We're gonna tag him Bozo Ave. Say something. You know where I'm at. You know what I mean? I like to look people in the eyes when I'm talking to them. Right? Getting back. So Bozo Ave and my brother has a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not a bodyguard, but they went to U-Trick together.
Okay.
All right. So bro start moving with something, right? I'm in different type of music. You don't know my homie Rod Diggs. That's my young homie. You know what I'm saying? The big homie, the real big homies. I'm the real big homie. The big that's my young homie. Right? So I was doing music. We was doing certain things. So bro started moving with Av, right? Because they went to school together. And he pushing this nigga. Yo, bro, look at Bozo Av, right? I'm like, yo, bro, who's this dude? Nigga, I be up and down Troy Ave. What you talking about, right? Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is my younger brother, homie. So you showing a lot of commitment to this dude. I'm gonna start paying attention to the situation. I go, all right, bro, you with this Bozo Ave nigga, bro. All right. So now I'm start, you know what I mean? You don't show me no support, bro. It's my this day.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you know what I mean? Because bro know what I'm bringing with me.
And your brother went hard for him, man.
But bro know who coming with
Yeah,
Trife.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So niggas gave credibility to this Bozo nigga just by being around him. You know what I'm saying? That came on the shit for my brother.
Okay.
So y'all moving together. This y'all relationship. However you claim that went to business, that business relationship was fucked up. And we can talk about that too.
Okay.
All right. So now you moving this shit. You got all this shit you got going on all over the place. Running your mouth all the time. Like you're super tough. But you need niggas to hold you down. You moving around the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a situation happened. You talking about it wasn't a BSB situation. Fuck is you talking about? It was a BSB situation because all bank issues was surrounding being with you. And niggas try to say something in the club and something happened and then shots is fired and bang in jail. Well, you talking about it wasn't on BSB time. Fuck you mean, nigga? Bang was on BSB time 24/7.
Yeah, facts.
So what you talking about? It was on BSB time, homie, because you're a selfish individual and you didn't want to put that bread up. So, bro hit me. Yo, bro, I said, yo, bro, listen. Keeping it tall with you. You moving crazy with boy. Be easy. Right? I did my time, homie. I'm looking at my brother. You moving too crazy for boy. Yo, bro, I ain't got it, homie. I'm out here. I ain't in the streets. I'm out in the community. Right? Kids, homie. Tell your man to handle that. That's your man. Tell that boy handle that.
Just so y'all could, I don't know if y'all picked up what he's saying, but he's basically talking to Doggy Diamonds about how he had approached Banga and told Banga, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Dude out here moving funny. Make sure you protected and you good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even he kind of seen it seems like, but he did, and stuff. You don't want to be paranoid about a situation and completely just jump out the window on someone if that's not what it is. But you definitely want to look out for your homie and loved one and let them know, yo, I kind of seen some shit and it's been fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's giving me awkward vibes. That video looks like it was recorded in 2001. It's 6 years ago. It might be my connection, but I figured as long as y'all could hear the audio, that's what matters. Like, if you want to watch a two men talk and that gets you off, go somewhere else.
Back tab, homie. Unless you gonna sit, right? So through everything that was happening, he was reaching. I said, yo, bro, listen, you got all these individuals that you're in the front line for. So step up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This real shit. This my little brother. Nigga, I've been through this, nigga, in and out the system. Ask about me all the time. Nigga, I know how to, maintain in that situation. Bro, I need you to slow down for a second. Sometimes we need that slow down.
A little sit down and get
You
back
understand
up.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
you need that sit down. But that wasn't Bozo's position.
yeah. It was was an older
You know what
brother.
I'm saying? Yeah. So when it all turned out, all right, yo, son ain't want to sign up. He ain't want to put no anything down. Niggas gave me a couple dollars. Told me I gave you that. You told me they wanted 10 bands, plus they wanted 16. It was like 6 and change for these fees that bail bondsman charged, right?
Mhm.
All right. So we couldn't get him out. It was a situation. So I called my nigga Arliss. Yo, bro.
The Mike man?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to all this Michael.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because Living Proof hit me. Yo, bro, what's up with Bang?
Shout out to Lil. That's
You know what I'm saying?
that's
Yo,
our
bro,
family now.
we trying to get a situation that's going on. Yo, you need some. He gonna make that call. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we reached out. Yo, all this. He put me in connect with the bail bonds person. We got to talking. Yo, listen, I signed for my brother.
Mhm.
Right? You don't got no. I take care of you. Right? So I only had one signature. It was mine. It wasn't Troy Ave. Let's go ask on that. You came with the 10 bands. Whatever was left was put up.
Mhm.
Right? When Bang come out,
Mhm.
when no Bang shoot, Bang come out. When Bang come out, when Bang die, you don't want to get the bread up, right? From the bail, right? I called you. Your mom's calling me. How can we help? I said, listen, I'm going to go take his bail shit. I'm gonna go down there. I signed for bro. If he was jumped, it was on me. I'm his brother. My brother there. Yo, can I get that bail for the funeral? Or we gotta give it to Troy Ave. He the one that brung the cash. That's why I came down here with him.
Yeah.
You only took a signature for the cash. You took my signature for, you know what I'm saying, for liability. You see what I'm saying? All right, no problem, bro. Listen, yo, my mom's, she gonna reach out to you and tell you something. I'm like, mom's reach out to me. What happened? Oh, I want to give you money from, to help. My mom's don't want no money from you. You see what I'm saying? All right, what I'm telling you is, at this point, if you're gonna donate something, you donate it, right? I did it. Everybody tell you I put up a GoFundMe. Put it there.
Okay.
You talking about politician? Put it there. Right? My mother wanted directly from you. Maybe later on she'll say.
Now, I'm gonna be cutting in and out of this clip, but I think what Trife is trying to say is, like, considering the situation and how it played out, and they didn't have all the information, but there was some blurred lines within how the situation was being presented, because a lot of the headlines were saying that what's his face, Troy Ave was involved in his man's losing his life, and he could have been a part, because at the time, remember, it took a year or so until Taxstone was arrested. Like, the only charges that were being presented were gun charges. Taxstone for being accused of having one, and he had gunpowder on his hand, and then Troy Ave with the video that I showed y'all of him shooting in the club. Those were the only charges at the time that were being presented. So I think what Trife is trying to say, like, when, as a family member, if you lose a loved one and you don't have all the details, you kind of want to distance yourself from the people that were involved until you get the details and get the truth, which is understandable. And anyone that knows, like, that's cool. Like, you forcing yourself on, let me help. Like, it was almost like as if Troy Ave was wanting to give money, but he wanted to be recognized for paying for the funeral or giving money. It's like, dog, if that's your man, just give it up. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Just take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? You knew you threw some money. Knew in your heart you at least gave a little something. You didn't need receipts or nothing else for that shit. And I think that's what Trife is trying to get at, as far as, like, you pressing that you want your mom to meet up with my mom and give money, and you want receipts and shit for it, but just donate to the GoFundMe and leave it at that. Like, because right at that time, they didn't have all the details, whether it was Taxstone's fault or Troy Ave's fault for Bang dying. They just didn't know. There was no camera footage, and they was doing, they were investigating the situation. Let me see real quick. Mello, you watch Zip? Is Zip the dude with, like, the crazy looking eyes, South B More? Kind of looks like they're, like, super big and wide, but it looks like they might cross sometimes. Let me know in the chat. Let me see what I'm talking about. So are we obsessed with this since we're watching it? Bruh, sometimes people, like, will throw a joke out there and then people take it seriously as, oh, they're being obsessed. Like, no, dog. Sometimes people just watch it, like, come across it and watch it, dog. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see what Bobby talking about. All right, we're not going to highlight that message, Bobby. That is really rude. Oh shit, what's going on here? Hold on. All right, let me see. All right, there it goes. Damn, StreamYard is acting like a mud, like a slow poke. Mello, maybe you should scream at the screen and say the streets are dead. Yeah, dog. You think the streets are dead, you're gonna be sadly mistaken when you fuck with the wrong person. Dog. The streets ain't dead. They just maneuvering out different. That's all that is. It's not that they dead. Go out into a hood and see if you make it out. Go out into a hood and scream your fucking head until it's purple about streets are dead and shit. Your gangs ain't real. You a bitch. You're a bitch. Do that shit and let me know if the streets are dead. Let me know if you make it out of that situation. I doubt you do it though.
She don't want no flowers. Right? I don't want no flowers. I don't like flowers. Flowers die. I don't want you to give me no flowers. I don't give no flowers. You still bring the stupid ass BSB flowers anyway. Disrespect. Who authorized you? We just told you we don't want that. So why the fuck you still pushing it? I'm here, bro.
So he's still in jail at this time. Av was in. He sent it, I guess.
Say it one more time.
He was in jail when he sent everything because he was locked up,
Yeah,
right?
he's still locked up.
So you're talking to his moms the whole time.
Correct.
You never spoke to him while he was locked up?
One time.
Okay. So when he's talking about I was texting somebody back and
He's
forth,
texting me.
he was texting you. Then he said something about your brother, where your brother should have been buried at.
Yo. So, Mr. Horse and Carriage, right?
Now this is where Tribe starts to address the Breakfast Club interview. Y'all peeped it when he said like talking about we're being buried, and then Tribe just said, "Yo, the horse and carriage." That's referring to the Breakfast Club interview.
Through the city. First of all, the homeboy called me, told me to reach out to his moms, banged it on him. Homeboy pushes out a free Troy Ave CD. On the CD, it has a track by Banger. Right? Banger ain't never dropped a track in his life. I didn't authorize that. I'm not gonna authorize that.
Because now y'all the estate. Now.
Fact. Why you put that on your free Troy Ave mixtape, homie?
That just right there to me speaks volumes on how selfish Troy Ave is. You are gonna put a song, put a song on your album named "Free Troy Ave," and you're gonna put a song on there by Banga, and you're not gonna touch base with his estate as far as his mom or his brother as to if it's okay. You just put the shit out there. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is how entitled Troy Ave is. He's such an entitled little bitch that he thinks it's cool to do something like that. Do y'all, like, from everything that we've seen today, do y'all think he actually gave the estate any money for that? No, he didn't. He didn't pay them for that. Oh, I'm entitled to that. That was my man's. You a fucking mark.
Excuse me, not homie. Bozo. Homie, you know what I'm saying? Why you do that? Right? Okay. You go from that to push some shit out about fund that you're giving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to that. This fund that you're supposed to be giving is to U-Trick.
Okay.
Okay.
The
You
hospital
and bro
one.
went to U-Trick together. You said you donated $10,000. I didn't authorize that. My mother didn't authorize that.
So that he donated the money in your brother's name?
Allegedly.
Okay.
No. And yeah, my mother's brother's name to a so-called football player throughout a certain term of his so-called college career.
Okay.
Bang was real good at sports. He played football for a year, but Bang was a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
So how was you doing that Bang name you give it to a football player? Let me tell you why you give it to the football player?
Go ahead.
Football player?
Go ahead.
Because your little brother is a football player in U-Trick.
Mm.
You sound like you're playing games. And that so-called 10,000 that you said you donated without authorization was the 10,000 you got back from the bail, bozo. And you're supposed to push that over there. You see what I'm saying?
All right, just real quick, in case y'all don't peep what he's saying. So Troy Ave and Banga went to a school called Unic, and Troy Ave, as you heard in one of the clips I played of Troy Ave talking about, he donated $10,000 to the school Unic. Well, he Banga was more of a basketball player, and Tri feels that Troy Ave gave the money to the football department of that college because he had a family member that would benefit off of it. It wasn't based off of out of the love. There was an alternative motive. And considering how I've seen Troy Ave move, that definitely seems like a move he would do, acting like it's all fucking rainbows and fucking unicorns and shit. But in reality, he's donating so that someone that he knows benefits off of it, not just some athletic kid, just, maybe struggling, parents are struggling, whatever it may be. He wanted to give it to a department that he knew one of his people would benefit off of. Why not just take care of that person and donate it to the basketball department where Banga spent most of his high school time playing ball?
Mm-hmm.
What did you give to the family in regards to, listen, I ain't got to ask you for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You talking about funeral, you shouldn't be talking about things you ain't supposed to be talking about. Right? So you call me, you talk about certain things. I don't want to talk about that. Your mother playing games, I don't tell her to talk to the church. The funeral parlor.
Yeah.
It's my mother's request. Right? All right, what else you want, Mom? Right? Bro, my brother died, and me and my moms couldn't see eye to eye because I didn't agree with what she wanted. But that's my mother, and that's her son.
Yeah, she got the higher upper voice.
She said she want him in North Carolina. All right, homie, you call me, tell me what you want to do, homie, I'm a official nigga, bro. Somebody did what? I'm gonna push what I can push. I'm buying houses and cars and shit, right? I say about these houses and cars too, but I'm pushing nothing immediately.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? Finances help situations. Sis called me in Atlanta. My twin live in Atlanta. She got 2 kids, divorced. She got a house in Atlanta. You want her to put the house up for Bang? No, Shanetta. I said that, and I'm gonna tell Bane, and I told Bane that when I spoke to him, nah, that's not your choice.
When he was locked up at the time.
Correct.
Yeah. So you have a twin sister.
Yes, I have a twin sister
running
who's
your family.
furious. Yes,
Twin
she's
running your
furious in
family.
Atlanta right now. She called me this morning. My other sister furious. My mother's furious, so I'm here. No, I'm not even saying I've been quiet. I've been easy.
Look,
bro.
we live in the same hood, and I see this man. A lot of times he just be pacing. You know what I'm saying, and just trying to keep his head clear. And we've been
Now, real quick, just in case y'all don't understand what's going on. So when I referred to when Troy Ave was playing games with Bond and Banga out, he was telling Banga to call someone else to put their house up, or call a chick, you could get half of the bail money, which the bail was $10,000. So Troy Ave was telling Banga as he's in jail to call girls that he knows or dudes that he knows that can put up half the money. Meanwhile, this is the guy that has went on crash test dummy missions for you, and you politicking with them in jail. And then I could pull up the clip if y'all want, because we dealing in facts over here. I could pull up the clip where Troy Ave explains that he did do that, and he also says, in 3 weeks went by after he first told Banga to find someone else to put up half of the bond money. He then tells Banga, well, it's been 3-4 weeks. I think you learned your lesson. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and bond you out. What kind of sucker shit is that, dog? Who the fuck made you God, judge, and jury in this motherfucker? What kind of real homie treats they homie like that? Oh, I got the money, but hey, man, see what you can do out here by yourself. Bro, this dude is going on tour with you. This guy is going to venues with you, playing a security role for you. Yeah, he your close homie, but he playing security because of how big he is. And you not willing to just put the bond money up because you want to teach him a lesson? Fuck it. What kind of homie is that? That ain't no homie. That's a fucking mark. That's a manipulating little bitch that wants to play fucking puppet master and games with you in your life about being in jail. Well, I hope you learned your lesson. Now I'll come bond you out. The fuck? So you had your homie sit in jail because you wanted him to learn a lesson? Like what's going on, dog? Like, that shit crazy.
Bill, but I see, I see the pain, you know what I'm saying? And I can't feel the pain, but I see the pain. And you've been quiet for a year. You did the Revolt documentary.
Right.
You did the Breakfast Club.
Correct.
But you was very, very diplomatic, and you was like weighing all the options, waiting to see everybody, get all the facts.
So, everybody talk about ways of life and shit, right? Everybody super tough thugs, gangsters, right? I don't come from this era of talking about anything. On the world to the world. I'm not with it.
You
know what I'm saying? When bro got hit, niggas would tell you, I got a call from the hospital, from inside the joint while the midday was going down. Don't me tell you want to pull up? I tell you, I pull up. Sean boy called me, yo, bro got hit. All right, it's bro down. All right, pull up. Nigga, I ain't talked to the precinct. I ain't been to the DA. I don't need none of that. I pulled up that night. Witnesses to it. What up? What's good? Who, what, where, why? All right. I've been pulling up for the last 8-10 months when I needed to. That's what I do. That's about trap. I pull up. You guys, if it's involved in my life, I'm pulling up. I'm not getting on the internet. I'm not doing that. I don't talk on the phones. You talk on the phone, people get extra with it. They comfortable. You calling me with 5 niggas around you. You don't talk to me like that.
Or the tech, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't talk to me like that in person, because you know when I see you start talking like that, I'm going already. We ain't gonna get all the way out. I'm not giving you a chance to violate me because I'm going before you get to that. Right? So this is what I'm saying, bro.
So one of your reasons for speaking today is that you're the voice for your family right now.
Fact, I got to. Huh?
Yeah,
because you can't let the bro, Duke. Mom call me Duke. Duke, what's up with this kid? Like we been like my mother. You talking about you never met my mother? Never liked him. Every time I met her and spoke about him, homies calling me. They calling me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be easy though. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm furious, but I'm talking right now. I ain't got time to play games. Mom, how you doing? Hey, be your brother. You're my bro. He went away with that Troy Ave guy. You know, his energy, Duke. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I never liked you. Never felt your energy. So why'd she meet? She ain't fraud. Your mother reached out to her. She ain't had no respect for my mother. Mom, how you doing? Hey, be your brother. You're my bro. He went away with that Troy Ave guy. You know, his energy, Duke. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I never. What I'm saying, bro. So
one of your reasons for speaking today is that you're the voice for your family right now.
I got to, huh?
Yeah, because
you can't let the bro, Duke. Mom call me Duke. Duke, what's up with this kid? Like we been like my mother. You talking about you never met my mother? Never liked him. Every time I met her and spoke about him, homies calling me. They calling me.
Oh shit, I'm muted. God damn. No, but what I was saying was to what he was talking about, because if you notice, Troy Ave said he never met his Banga's mom or sister or anyone except for his brother. And in this clip, you see Trife say that his mom met him, and he's addressing that specific situation about Troy Ave saying he never met his mom. Kind of seems as if like he did, and his mom just got a bad vibe. But you know, I get it. At this point, it's all hearsay. There's no pictures of Troy Ave and Banga's mom. Like, I get it. Like, but no, considering how Trife was a year before this interview, he was holding, he was keeping an optimistic mind about it. He saw the video of Troy Ave staying by Banga's side the whole time he was in the club when he passed away. So he had a little love for him in that aspect because he stayed there by his brother's side. But then once you kind of start to get the details of the situation, he kind of had to distance himself. And then Troy Ave went up on Breakfast Club and said some shit, said what he said about Banga and his family, or about Banga's family, as far as them being snakes and all this other shit. Of course, like, Trife is then gonna be like, yo, fuck this. I'm tired of politics. I'm trying to play nice with you. I'm gonna let the truth be known. Like, I wouldn't put past that. That's what happened. That's what's happening. But that's just my opinion. That's not facts on this specific part I'm talking about. But we dealing in facts over here.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be easy though. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm furious, but I'm talking right now. I ain't got time to play games. Mom, how you doing? Hey, be your brother. You're my bro. He went away with that Troy Ave guy. You know, his energy, Duke. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I never liked you. Never felt your energy. So why'd she meet? She ain't fraud. Your mother reached out to her. She ain't had no respect for my mother. She ain't showing respect at the funeral. She ain't showing the respect that she's supposed to show my mother. And you got to know to talk about my mother.
Do you think when he went into the interview, it was a trap for him? Like, did they?
No, it's a lineup for the lineup, homie. Let's go back, get to that, right? You know, if I get off track, you can pull me back, bro.
I got you.
I got a lot that I ain't been saying.
You ain't speaking a long time.
I ain't with it, but this is, you know what I'm saying? You this what not just him, this is what everybody's asking for.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there saying, y'all, easy, cool, chill. Hey, y'all, we dying too much. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, when I'm telling you, I'm against senseless violence, right? Senseless. Some things are sensible. Right? All right, so you misinterpret how people are. Once again, I did that for the people. Right? So now it's like I'm at this point where this situation is coming from different angles, right? You talk about the nigga that interview. How you gonna go get interviewed? You talking on an interview and you saying, yo, I don't mess with dudes that mess with enemies of mine. Right?
Mhm.
All right, but the dudes who got interviewing you is a friend to the enemy of yours. Speak about it.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. That's
Speak
put
about
that in
it.
perspective.
So, I look at it and I say, homie, how you going? First of all, go back. He just did an interview with Lisa Evans.
Uh-huh.
Lisa, who I know very well.
Mhm.
We've done programs together for the community. I've been on her show a whole bunch of times before brother died, after, because of work. And you hit me for certain interviews. You keep me posted. You called me. You know what I'm saying? Lisa hit me from the courthouse
Uh-huh.
when Jack Stone got nabbed.
Mhm.
You called my line, update you on the information. But you ain't call my line updating that you're doing an interview with Troy Ave, Lisa? Why? What was it? Why would you do that interview? Right? We had a mutual respect for why would you do that interview? Just a story, really. What was the goal of that interview you just did? Right? And I didn't even say nothing. I spoke to her, but I didn't get on there and talk about it, right? So you did that. Now, Power 105. Hold up. Y'all had me in that show talking all this good shit when Bane got hit.
Yes.
Right? Charlamagne asked me all these questions about tax. Fuck Tax Stone. If I ain't said that yet, I'm saying that now. And anybody who don't understand, fuck Tax Stone.
At this point, can you and Av have a positive conversation in any way?
Nah,
how could he rectify anything with you?
Nah,
right now?
he can knuckle up, homie. I got put blood in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep, listen, man. It's a lot of people that know me gonna listen, right?
Mhm.
And I don't want, I don't need nobody moving for me. If I don't say move, don't move. They know that, right?
Mhm.
But there's some people who ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah.
And I had to take myself out of certain conversations at certain points throughout this whole time because I can't talk to certain people about it.
Yeah.
There's certain people's not trying to hear it. I'm like, yo, let's be easy. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't with all that, right? So when you look at the chain of events, right? Look at, homie, how you get on this show. And your goal, right? Your intention is important to the world, right? When you do something, why you doing it?
Yeah.
Right? You notice, I go back and forth, right?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking Jimmy. I'm an incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Real shit. Right? My birthday's June.
Yeah.
Right? Right? So I'm good with the world, but this nigga I got problems with. Right? I'm not single out my issues.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When did it? He said that your mother blamed him for killing your brother.
Now my mother heard propaganda, right?
Uh-huh.
The news pushed it out there.
Yes.
Okay. So when it happened, everybody saw what happened.
Yeah.
Right? So when we saw what happened, I said, Mom, right? And this is my role, bro, throughout the whole situation. Is to guide my family, right?
Mhm.
Everything that happened, I'm the guide of the family, right? My brother Josh, at this time we talking, John on the island right now. Josh been furious. I've been there 2 years. Caught the case, fucking around, being around these BSB dudes, right? And
The other brother?
yeah, my John on the island right now, he picking his jury as we speak. Job Bills, another official. Tell me what I asked about it, right? So where was our brokers out? You know what I mean? Bring it back.
About him saying your mother blaming him.
Okay, so the news put out what they put out. Right?
Yes.
Mom and them, everybody always, yo, dude, what's up? All right, listen. This is how it is, right? This is what they're saying. Right? We can't go off of that. The news tell you that, but you just can't listen to everything that you hear. That's the news, mom, sister, right? Everybody. All right. As the chain of events happen, now I start paying attention to it for them, right? So when son got snatched, right? When they locked Av up, right?
Mhm.
Mom said, I want to go to court. I said, Mom, why you going to go to court for? She said, I want to see what's going on. I said, no problem, right? I pulled up the court with Mom, right? They talked about the case, whatever. He was charged with gun possession, right?
Mhm.
I said, all right, come on, Mom. She said, what's going on? Why is he not charged, Mom? Just relax. One step at a time, right? So whatever next court date came, right?
Mhm.
Dude, he's going to court. All right, Mom, you don't need to go to court. Why not? Because he's being charged with a gun, not being charged with killing your son.
Mm.
Don't go to court, because you go to court, people will make it perceive as if you're there because you believe he killed your son, right?
Mhm.
When you need to go to court for something regarding your son, and I'll let you know that that's where it's at, Mom. You see what I'm saying? So pulling out of that situation, right? So just like the call she get, the news said this, I had to give her the real information when it happens.
But you get calls every day from your mothers, your sisters, your whole family about everything that's going on.
I get, I'm a proper individual. I'm a respectful person, right? I know a lot of people.
Mhm.
So I get a lot of different things. And I've been getting a lot of things the last, we almost on a year.
Yeah.
Right. So, homeless people hit me up with hashtags, right?
Mhm.
Right. How you hit me up with, look, bro. And if I see that hashtag, right? and that hashtag says free Tax Stone, I got a problem with it, right? I done hit the homies that share something on my page and say, yo, what you doing? Right? Pull up. I need to holler at you. Right? So, hit one dude, yo, bro, you in the picture with this nigga? Yeah, that's my man. Homie. All right. So, it's you know, we got a lot that need to be touched on, and I need you, you know, when you think about these things, don't you know what I mean?
So like,
I want to clear what
did this situation divide a lot of situations in Brooklyn right now? Like, is it? Well, we from the borough. We know it never was all love. Niggas would front like it was all love. But did this really fucking push this nigga against this nigga, this side or this side? Like, because I know you fuck with a lot of people, but is it like people that you looking at right now? Like, yo, I don't fuck with him no more. I don't fuck with him because he showed me who he really was after the situation.
Yeah, I've had conversations, and it's a lot of that happening right now.
Okay.
You know, individuals that used to walk past, you know, see each other, greet each other with respect, you know, don't mess with each other no more, you know, because people understand relationships. But you know, it's really looking at the whole situation, right? And I'm gonna bring it, I'm gonna bring it back, and I want us to, you know, really touch on some key things in this whole situation. You know, the stem of how this started, right? And that's what's important to my family, to get the honor back to my brother, right? Back to my family. So let's get to that when we talk about what really happened. How do we get to those chain of events, right? And why does this individual feel necessary to continue to be out here and talking and advocating for himself about his life back and his vest and his money, and I don't got a little brother anymore? This is what I'm talking about, right? Let's get back to that.
And again, the point that you wanted to make was he wasn't his bodyguard. Because you know when people say, yo, he was his bodyguard, bodyguards get killed for niggas all the time. That's their job and all that. Was your brother on payroll? Because he said he put a lot of niggas on payroll.
So I remember I had a conversation with bro. I said, yo, bro, what's going on? Like, anything all right? Because I've been watching boy movements, right? Bro called me for support, right? Homie, my brother called me and said, yo, bro, I'm on standby. I need you to send me some cash. We're in Miami or some shit like that. Yo, who you with? Avin, Ho, where they at? They're in the fight already. Bro, what the fuck you mean? Now I had to rush get up standby. Fuck you mean? Homie, what's up with y'all? What you talking about, right? Yo, bro, yo, listen, pull up, man. Like, yo, homie, what's going on? How you getting with son? How you eating with him, bro? Like, tell me, cause you ate with him. Yo, he give me a salary. Yo, bro, this. Yo, listen, this yo, homie. He wouldn't give him bro a band a month. Right? I said, yo, bro, you serious? Homie, you serious? Nah, I'm doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you serious? Homie, homie, I started moving with them. I'm a gangster.
Y'all people breaking down would barely give him $1,000 a month to clearly be security for him. So, in my opinion, Troy Ave was mooching off of Banga in the aspect of this dude's a big dude, and you know he looks like a security guard. So you know I'm gonna use him and have the optics of looking like I got security with me. But you essentially ripping that man off because you ain't paying him, you ain't putting him on, like. And it kind of coincides with what Troy Ave was saying in the Breakfast Club interview about how when he left Banga in the jail for the month or whatever, he was saying that he would give him money, but he fucked his money up. And from what it sounds like, if Trife is telling the truth, and if Banga was telling Trife the truth when he was explaining how he barely gets paid any money, Troy Ave was essentially mooching off his homie as far as, you know, security wise to scare people away. Thank you, Napster. I appreciate it. Mellow Jumpman 23. Sheesh. Of course, Napster. You always do. It's okay. I'll give it to your dementia. It's not a worry. All right. You can disagree with me for the rest of my life and your life. Thank you. I appreciate it, Napster. That's a fact. Without the chat, it'd be hard to do this shit because I'd basically be just talking to thin air. So everyone that's in here or came in from the beginning and stayed here since then, or anyone that's came in, left, and came back, I appreciate y'all for real 100. I appreciate it. Let's get back into this.
Bro, I'm official. So I pay attention to everything that's happening. When I started moving, I started showing y'all niggas how to move better. So my bro is here, right? So now as my bro here, I gotta get into the situation now, right? You can pull up, homie. Pull up. We went to Summer Jam, right? When Troy Ave went to Summer Jam. Pull up old pictures. You see me on the stage with Ben. You see me up there, right? That's when T.I. was there with him for that joint they had, right?
Okay, yeah.
They're all about the money joint. That started this whole thing.
That
started this whole thing, right? So we gonna, like I said, we're gonna bring it back, and I know you're gonna edit this thing, right? Because we gotta bring it back to how I'm bringing myself back down. I've been up all day. Since I've been up with this. So, your boy Manolo, right? Jobs, this guy's little dope boy shit on.
Dope boy, yeah.
Niggas make that connection. Yo, son, niggas trying to do that track. All right, whatever happened, it fell through with Manolo and the people, right? Son, move with it, right? All right, you took a track that was his. Luke did what you did. It became a hit.
Hit record for him.
All right, you started moving around. All right, now, son. Man, start taking offense to that. He's a podcast nigga. He like to run his mouth. All podcast niggas ain't the same like you, right? I fuck with you. That's why I'm here,
yes, sir.
right? You got niggas that like to run their mouth that ain't really built like that, right? That ain't really about that life, okay? And now, right? So podcast nigga get involved, and you start shooting, Twitter comments at Av, right? So I said to this nigga, yo, Bozo Av, right? Can you remember who we talking about?
Bozo Av is what he was calling.
Stop responding to those, you know what I'm saying? Stop feeding to it. When you fit into all this. When shit happened, when you went in your mouth with this McCona nigga, Tuesday nigga.
Yeah, he just came out the closet as a homo.
And what happened?
Yeah.
Because we did a song, he said something, you talk crazy, you don't do nothing, who do something? Bang.
Put in that work on camera.
Bang, on camera. It's online. That's bang. He just called me like, yo, Trey, you just sit 9 nigga.
I've been ghost watching. So Tax Stone got Troy Ave brother killed. No, Troy Ave got Banga, his brother, killed by Tax Stone, because Tax Stone is the one that pulled the trigger that initially shot the bullet that killed Banga, Troy Ave's homie. And this guy on the screen to the right, Sneaker File, this guy right here, this is Banga's brother, the guy that passed away. He's speaking out about how Troy Ave has done some sucker shit throughout this process, such as, hold on, y'all, real quick. My bad, y'all. But so, yeah, Taxone is speaking on like regards of how Troy Ave was like politicking with Banga's mom about where he should be buried, or putting on this facade that he's this innocent guy in the situation. And in reality, him telling on Taxstone didn't make no sense. He tried to make it look like it was in honor of Banga, the guy that lost his life, but it was really for him to get his sentence less time, because he was caught on video shooting a gun in a club in New York that same night. So he wasn't even facing charges of murder. He was facing charges for being on video shooting a gun in a New York club. And so basically, Troy Ave's done some sucker ass shit. He was politicking with Banga's mom about where to be buried. He was asking for all kinds of goofy shit. He wanted to send flowers, but the family didn't want the flowers sent to the thing because it sounded like someone already had them sent, and his brother said he don't like flowers because they died. Which, whatever, if someone's grieving or mourning, they have all right to feel how they feel. If something they don't want or want at the funeral, like, gotta respect the family's wishes. But what prompted this whole thing, Sneaker Files, was Troy Ave just dropped a record called Dear Hater. And in the chorus, it goes, "Dear Hater, I won." And it kind of annoyed me that Troy Ave is proclaiming that he won, but he lost a homie. I'm putting air quotes. He lost a homie, and he's saying he won while the mother is suffering, the brother's suffering, the sister, the nieces, and the nephews are all suffering from the loss of Banga. But Troy Ave is claiming he won. Like, how did you win, dog? Like, to even come out and say that, that's so arrogant. Like, bro, a life was lost because you had told your homie Banga to swing on him, to swing on Taxstone as he had a gun. Like, you initially gave the okay for this guy to go on a crash test dummy mission and he lost his life, but you take no accountability. Sad.
Think all you think me and Ben.
But
I
y'all
said,
all
nah,
looking
homie,
like
I
all
ain't
three
do
of them.
nothing.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about the joint. I go pull up the line like, yo, what the fuck is you doing for this? Right? So now dudes is moving with him. So I'm understanding certain things, right? So now son is coming at you, feel the need to respond to him all the time. You're gang, right? Why you responding to every tweet and twit and shit like that? Homie, since when that's official?
Yeah.
Right? Every time somebody says something about you, if I was like that, I would respond to so much in the last year that I've been in arguments with people all over the world. I don't know. They hashtag and they got comments to my brother's death and free tax stone and all this other shit. Right? All right. So I'm telling you, don't respond, homie, but you're still doing it. Right? You running around here, we pulling up the joints, and you got so much negative energy. You know, pool parties you talk about, you want to talk about that, we get to that, because you bring that up. So I'm moving with him and I'm seeing how he taking care of his team. His team wasn't eating nothing, bro. It was him and Hove eating. Hove bitch ass the run man. They on camera running. And that yo, not giving me what I said, yo.
When that situation happened, the unfortunate situation happened in Urban Plaza. You saw the tape of what happened?
So Av called me. And Av came home. That's what happened before I told me, listen, we told him to get out, pull up.
Yeah.
You know, I get on the bar.
Yeah.
I pull up. Nice man to pull up. So let's pull up.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So he called me to the studio in Brooklyn, and he had a couple of BSB niggas pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, B-Boy, Hov and Lethal ain't show up.
Mm.
So, you know, I'm sitting, I'm listening. Yo, what happened? So everybody give him the chain of the events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he like, word. So he goes to his laptop and he pulls up recording, right? From Urban Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
And he's showing it, right? So he know he got to show me this because he know I need to understand where you at, bro, right? And he made a comment to that, right? This is the things that dude comment on you shouldn't respond and comment to. He said, I posted something where he said, you know, the relationship is wishy-washy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the relationship is wishy-washy because I'm official, nigga, and you not. And I told bro, stop fucking with this bozo nigga. So that's why it's wishy-washy, nigga. You want me to give you 100, nigga, you ain't 100, nigga. So, you know you got to bring me back sometimes. I'm there, bro.
I'm letting you.
Right?
You've been holding this shit in for 10 months.
Right. So,
I'm letting you go. You know what I'm saying?
Where was at just now?
He pull up the things on the computer.
He pull up, right? Because you got justification. Let me see what happened, right? So I'm watching the footage, right? And the footage is nothing like what they got on TV.
Mm.
All right. So just in case y'all are a little lost right now, Trife is speaking on, he met up with Troy Ave when he got out of jail. Troy Ave had a laptop and he's showing him a video from inside Urban Plaza. That's what he's explaining right now. He met with Troy Ave. They're looking at a video that will show Trife footage of what happened within the club.
Of course. He got every different camera angle.
Mm.
Real time. People walk in, I'm looking at it like, yo, son, you serious? You see, they walking through the crowd, banging, leading through the front to the green room. Everywhere else in that whole venue got cameras, homie. You know, nobody said nothing about that yet, right?
Mm.
But I saw it. I'm looking at it. And I'm like, okay, so bro, I see bro when he coming out the green room, running, holding his chest. I see bro when he fall on the floor, when he land on the floor.
Now, if y'all remember when I showed the video from the camera from inside the club when Troy Ave shot the gun, and I was explaining how the guy that was grabbing on the couch and falling. That's what he's explained. That's how I kind of understood. Okay, that was Banga. Because at first I thought it was maybe someone just running away, but then when you look at the logistics of the video and you hear him break it down, you kind of get the understanding that okay, the people that were at the bar that looked scared and they were looking in the way of the man that was grabbing onto the couch, they was looking at him because he had been shot, and they was nervous. They didn't know what was going on, and that's what he's currently breaking down right now.
I see young Lethal look at it and keep moving. Fact.
Hold on.
Homie, it's real, homie.
So they said they never made it in there, right?
Homie. When you get them getting to the door, Bang leading the crowd, Ab behind him, nigga named Skane following him, B-Boy with him, not B-Boy, pardon me, B-Boy ain't pull up yet. Block.
Okay.
Avon Blocksdale. Still my son, but you know, you move with Av, Avon. They go through the green room. You don't see no more.
Yeah.
Right? So you see the other niggas start trickling through.
Mm-hmm.
You can see they throwing B-Boy. So you can start seeing the tussling from that camera.
Mm-hmm.
Something going on in there. Oh no. I'm a bitch nigga. I'm out of here. Right? Fact.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas just book, homie. Niggas jumping over couches, right? So the melee going on. So I'm watching in real time. The melee really going on in there. Bro been out the room on the floor. I'm watching footage of him when he stretched out. I'm watching the whole thing. I'm sitting in the middle. I see my brother's last minutes on that camera.
So he got hit first, or like
He
or the-
bent, yeah, he bent. Yo, homie, I know he got hit. When it first happened, they sent me joint. I'm torturing myself online watching the green room joint, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Super torture, right? And I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear bro hit.
Damn, dog. That's heartbreaking, dog. To hear that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it when a loved one is lost at gun violence, the people want to be able to know and see how it broke down and, you know, who needs to really be blamed. A lot of people go for street justice. So some people will put themselves through watching a video of a loved one being shot just so they know, I guess, who to go after. But damn, dog, that would be so heartbreaking to have to sit there and watch, all because you can't get the actual story from no one on what happened. It feels like there's little white lies throughout the whole story. So you got to watch a video of your brother being killed just to get confirmation as to what actually happened. Like, bruh, whoo, doggy, that's heartbreaking right there, doggy. I ain't even gonna hold you. And then just so y'all got a visual understanding of what I'm talking about, I'm gonna replay the shooting from inside the club. It's only like 30 seconds, if that, maybe 20. Here it is, just so y'all can kind of see what he's talking about.
As a man starts shooting, a door.
So, damn it, I miss it every time. So just so y'all know, oh shit, let me see if I can get the arm. All right, hold on. All right, right there at the bottom of the screen right here, you're gonna see someone falling. That is Banga. Right here, this guy right here. In a better video, you'll see he was wearing all white. And that was Banga, because Banga was supposed to be at a yacht party, an all-white yacht party. But because Troy Ave called him, he went with him to this club. And this is Banga right here falling out. And I know the videos are a little grainy, but on this left side, this person's hugging this person's hugging this person, and they're all scared. They're looking this way at where Banga is because he had been hit, and they probably seen it. If the video wasn't so grainy, you'd see him grabbing on the couch right now, kind of grasping for his last like air, and just trying to grab onto something, but he stumbles and falls. And then you're gonna see right here where my mouse is, you're gonna see Troy Ave and his homie walk out and fire a shot randomly into a crowd after his homie's right here falling.
A door opens and out comes three men. One
Right there. See, Troy Ave points the gun and he's back down, like pointing on the ground. His homie's laid out on the ground right here. And because he's such an idiot, here, let me see real quick. Hold on. Because I also want to show y'all you can see the blood stains on his pants. But I don't know how well this video footage is. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. All right, so look right here. Let me see, make sure y'all can see it on Streamlabs. Okay, so on Streamlabs, if you look, or through your YouTube, if you look right here where my mouse is moving, you see right here, I'm circling around it. That's blood right there coming from Troy Ave's leg, because he was shot that night. He was shot in the leg and then in the back. Or, yeah, I think it was that. I think either he was shot in the leg and it went out the back, or he was shot twice, one in the back, lower back, and one in the leg, from when Taxstone fired it off. But as you can see, people are running this way, and then watch this goofy ass dude.
with a gun. You see him taking.
See, look, you can see the dampness in his pants right here. So he's saying he fell because he fell over. Nah, bro, I think you fell because you were shot, like, which would make sense. Like, your leg probably gave out for a second when you first got hit.
Game and open fire.
Look, boom. And then just shoots it randomly. He doesn't see who he doesn't see Taxstone or see anybody. He just wants to shoot it to make it seem like he's a tough guy and make it seem like, what y'all typing ones and twos in the chat for? What the hell? But yeah, dog, like that right there is just dumb. Like, what, like.
Police sources say the man in the video with the gun is Roland
Look,
Collins,
and you see the people
aka
over
Troy
here
Ave.
scared?
He was also shot in the leg.
So that's what Banga's brother is breaking down right now. I just wanted to give y'all a visual so y'all could see what he's talking about, in case you weren't here earlier when I was playing that video. Let's see. Try gangster. Okay, here we go.
I hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I know when it happened in there, right? So now on the outside, so you see mad individuals going back and forth in the room. You got a nigga in the wheelchair, they had to help out of there. Nobody's able to, everybody official in this room.
And
In the
where's
green room, son.
All right.
So you got a wheelchair, so you don't exaggerate the number,
yeah,
right?
so all right,
Go
look.
ahead,
Tripe. Bang leaves the green room.
right?
Falls
Come
out.
falls
Falls
out by the side
So
of the
everybody's
car.
going past him.
All white on. All white on. When you went with Bang in the joint, everybody was clear. Bang had all white on because Bang wasn't even supposed to go there that night. Everybody clear with that. Bang was going to an all white party. Bang said, I'm not fucking with Av no more. Niggas called, Av called them. Because niggas got to call niggas to pull up because you know the fish niggas there, homie. So you called Bang because you going to this venue. You knew who's possible to pull up in this venue. All these niggas know who's possible to pull up in this venue. Right? We can get to that too, right? But go ahead. So Bang, all white, land on the floor. Niggas is like this, running, looking. Keep it moving.
So everybody know that's him in white.
On the
That's
ground.
he's the
Damn,
only
you
nigga in
see
white.
reactions. All right, you see reactions. You see them keep it moving. You see reactions.
So
see
you said
reactions.
you seen Hovain go past him.
Hovain didn't even make it that far. There's another camera, a Hove like this, right? You the manager, homie. I'm official, homie. We know you know the individual you're dealing with. You pull up in the spot. All right, we know how we moving. Oh shit, something going down. My niggas in there, homie. Even Bozo Abs said, yo, even if you run, all right, some niggas do, some niggas don't. Right? I'm getting low, man. You ain't hit me in my back, right? The shots come from that way. I'm watching the shots, right? Never running from niggas. Tell you the stories about me. Niggas pull guns out of me, like, you know, out of here, back, nigga. So, y'all niggas kept it moving. Then you see niggas in the other shot like this, getting low, watching. This BSB niggas.
Nobody went to Bang.
Nobody. So this is when I said, when I saw this video, right? You see the last three niggas coming out, right? All right, clear shit, homie. And we gotta get official because niggas don't want to talk about the clear shit.
Okay.
Right? So now let's talk about the clear shit because before when I'm not saying nothing, you know, and I come from home, this is a body, homie.
Yeah.
A nigga dead. So where I come from, we don't talk about that. You know, I sat up in my house. I told my family, I said, you know what I'm doing. You know, I changed how I'm moving. If I ever see Zach Stone, I'm going back.
All right, hold on, yeah, my bad. I found the footage of the backstage when the altercation happened. So I'm about to play that for y'all real quick, and then we'll get back into this. Present, share screen. And I mean, in this footage, you can hear the gunshots. YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. I'm just reacting to the situation and want to give the viewers a good understanding in the fact and some facts of the situation. All right, my bad. Up, let me see. Y'all can see it. All right. Oh shit. Sorry, y'all. My connection's a little messed up. Yo, what's going on here, Doug? I'm not here. Hold on, let me stop sharing it. Gotta share with audio, my bad. Play up, fuck up. Oh, y'all could hear. I'm tripping. It's my computer. All right, y'all.
Before I show y'all the whole video and break it down, I'm going to show y'all how big of a shit talker Taxstone is and how it's possible that he wasn't just talking shit.
All right, so right here, the guy in the all white, they claim that is that's Banga trying to get out of the commotion.
Before I show y'all the whole video and break it down, I'm going to show y'all how big of a shit talker Taxstone is and how it's possible that he wasn't just talking shit.
Shit and then it's like, bruh, we're just trying to see the unseen footage, as you would say. I ain't gonna hold him to that though. I do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. My bad, y'all. Let me go check something real quick. All right, y'all. I just had to make sure my shit wasn't fucking up.
How the guy in the green. You can also hear the woman shouting about her leg.
But yeah, so let's see. Let's run it Okay, so I know it's real grainy and it's hard to see, but this is the altercation that happened in the back. I can see and hear people scrambling. You hear the
Shouting about her
gunshots.
leg. Film it beside the guy in the green.
Cause man, when I was watching it on my phone, I swore I seen a dude with like a bald spot and a receding hairline, and that's exactly what.
Then you see him trying to find concealment beside the guy in the green.
Trying to get up out of there. Right here, here's someone trying to get up out of here real fast in a striped shirt. I would have to go and look at other footage to confirm if that's what Taxstone was wearing that night. But one thing I've seen, I thought that they were.
You can also hear the woman shouting about her leg
because he had dropped the gun. Everybody's over on the floor as Troy Ave was explaining. Hold on, let's see if I could stop it. So, yeah, right there. So I know it's grainy, but there's a lot of people on the floor trying to push their way out. And I believe that's how Taxstone lost the gun, is that when everybody got to pushing and shit, it just knocked him over and he dropped the shit. I don't think Troy Ave punched him in the mouth and took the gun from him. Like, dog, who the fuck you think you are? Superman or something? Shut your dumb ass up. Yeah. Troy Ave want to be Superman. Yeah, a guy that was taller than me, I reached over his tall ass shoulders and punched and still connected with Taxstone's face to where then, even though somebody was in front of me, I punched the dude and was able to go with my left and grab the gun, even though Benga was in front of me the whole time. Like, Troy Ave, how does that make any sense? Like, dog, you could tell a dummy that story and they may believe it, but anyone that knows that doesn't make any sense, dog. You punched someone that you had a taller dude in front of you, you reached over him somehow and still was able to get a good enough swing in your hand. Because if y'all don't know, you would have to bend your arm a certain way to be able to go over someone's shoulder and connect on the jaw good. You can't just throw a straight jab type punch over someone's shoulder that's taller than you. Your arm has to curl over the shoulder of that person. If you know longitude and latitude, you know what I'm saying? You know that it's not just going to be a straight swing jab punch and then you get him. Like, it's got to be you're going over someone's shoulder and then going a little bit at an angle of down to then connect. But I still don't understand how you went over Benga's shoulder to hit Taxstone, hit him in the mouth, and even though Benga wasn't still in front of you, you was able to grab Taxstone's gun. Like, I think I smell bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So what you're saying is Troy Ave would make a great YouTuber showing out for the camera, basically. Yeah, and that's why he does the podcast that he has. Like, it's all for bullshit to push his own bullshit narrative. So I find that very interesting that Troy Ave had stated that he had did all that. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let me just do this.
Right? Please understand that. I'm sorry if it happens. I'm not gonna go hunt him down like I normally did many years ago. Not many years ago, but years ago. That same night and put that pain in that night, I'm gonna do the honor of me being about what I'm about and help my community. I'm gonna be easy. But if he ever crosses my path, I'm gonna beat him until he can't move. I know he can't. Niggas can't have. I'm a warrior about 100 wolves. That's about it, right? That was my mindset for that time frame, right? Dealing with that. Hey, bro. So we in there.
Av actually did stay with him, though, right?
Right. So when you see the niggas running, everybody booked. He been on the floor. You see that shot that they had?
Yes.
All right, there's another camera angle.
Wow.
That clearly showed him walking. There's another camera angle that showed Taxstone jumping over Benga when them coming out.
Wow.
So that shot they showing when you was shooting, the other angle got the nigga he was shooting at. Where that at? Why you ain't put that on TV? This nigga a fed? This nigga fucking agent, nigga, taxes what, nigga? Fuck taxes, fuck tax season, nigga, fuck all taxes, nigga. Fuck what you talk about, homie. This is where I'm at right now. This is what niggas don't understand. You don't push a person to that point. We don't understand I come from that, homie.
What the fight in you? Like I said, I seen you, and I remember speaking on your behalf to people. I used to say, "Yo, Trife is a ticking time bomb. Trife is a ticking time bomb." You know, I used to always hit you. You good? Just on some regular shit. Just try to.
Everybody know that.
Yeah, just try to distract you. Just on some regular life shit. How's everything?
My phone chime all day. Once I can't.
I guess today, seeing that.
It's not
push.
me, bro. My family.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, everybody's
My family.
Go ahead.
My family, I'm talking about chill, right? You just honoring my family. Then what
Yeah.
the fuck you talk? What else? See what I'm saying? I'm supposed to keep homie. You took it to the level. You spoke about the funeral. You spoke about my family. You talking about where my mother want to bury her son. See what I'm saying? You talking about shit that you never gave nothing, homie. My family had to travel. I had to pay those expenses. I shouldn't have to explain to you what expenses, nigga. We ain't receipts. What you was talking about? Expensive bread to help, nigga. I had to give, yo, go get your hair and nails done. Yo, go, you know what I'm saying? Here, go get dressed and look nice for this funeral. Who donate? I don't know nobody to donate that. Somebody donate flowers. We don't even want those. Flowers die. Don't give me that's gonna die in 2 days. Right? So calling me.
Yeah.
Right? Every time it's happening, I'm trying to soothe them and keep them going. Right? I got a family of fighters and warriors, right? So now I got my brother on trial who's sitting there fighting for a life, last over 16 of life, and now it's this. He ready to go, ready to blow. So he go behind the wall, he blow. What you think gonna happen? You fight the gun case. You gonna go up there, many type things up top, man. Go act. I ain't gotta say nothing when niggas know I ain't fucking with that. I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's go, bro. So in the venue, boy was there. I saw the last part of it. I saw son Jimbo the block come walking. I mean, this is footage. Right now, since you want to talk about that, out there, and they around the game, right? How you are playing with somebody's life?
Yeah.
Are you taking it as a chance for just an interview? You want to talk about something, to say you part of a conversation. You got an individual who is talking about his life ain't the same no more.
Yeah.
My life ain't the same no more.
Yeah, your whole family.
They say I'm not smiling like I used to. I was raised without a father. Bang was raised without a father. I raised them. They'll tell you, my homies will tell you. That's my little brother, homie. And all I did was sit here and just be like, yo, okay. And this person, you making comments, you free, tell me, how would you feel if niggas just hashtag a nigga accused of killing your brother?
Yeah.
And niggas, he's supposed to be, you got niggas like this nigga Jadakiss. Hashtag that. I just saw you at the event, King's Gala. Yo, anything I do to help your rest in peace, but you hashtag it. I got niggas that Google hashtag Tax Stone to keep me on point. So who doing that? Right? Because now niggas talking about, yo, keep it official. How niggas try to talk in the streets.
Yeah.
Yo, now Trife talking about something. Homie, say something, homie. This shit is a facts. Right? Now niggas don't want to talk about the facts. You tell me how this nigga, Tax, is the only nigga who DNA on a gun and he ain't fucking guilty? Get everybody the fuck out of jail then. DNA's on gun don't mean you guilty.
Nobody has been charged for your
Nobody's
brother.
been charged with brother's death.
It's all some gun shit right now.
So everybody got gun charges.
But your brother is no justice for him right now.
Fire no cease. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at, bro.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, bro, you gotta ask, right? And now sometimes people have to understand the pain of this shit, right? So I gotta let the bubble out before I get crazy on niggas, right? Because we at a point of family, hurt, pain,
Trauma.
constant, beating it. Here you go. Talk about it. Urban Plaza, this and that, all the time.
Every time your mother hear Urban Plaza, she probably
All of it, homie. I'm driving, homie. I can't listen to the radio.
Yeah.
I listen to the radio, I'm driving, I may put on Hot 97, you know, sometimes support these Power 105 dudes, you know, you got to see who's really keeping it official, right? And I'm driving, and so he says, Urban Plaza, oh. Come on, bro.
When you see people,
When you say T.I. name, oh.
yeah. It's all synonymous.
He ain't show no love, homie. Like, he ain't just like, homie, how you, this is where we at, right?
Mhm.
All right, it's Brooklyn,
Yes, sir.
where I'm from.
Yes, sir.
You don't come in my hood without checking in.
Actual facts.
All right. Niggas have venues. Niggas go pull up. Niggas in the city. Right? T.I. pull up Av. That's a relationship. That's why Av called for the city. Checking on who got what. For anybody that come in your field, there's no accountability. Right? You pull that in. You still ain't reach out and give no honorable respect. You're supposed to be a G. Feel me? sitting by my wife. My wife watches T.I. and Tiny, right?
Mhm.
And got me watching it, and she just want me reminds her of my son. And I'm like, okay, I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? This all before. Yeah, watch that.
Yeah.
Come on, I can talk about a lot of different people.
Yo. Oh, fucking. What's good, y'all? My bad. Can y'all hear me? My bad, y'all. Oh, I was like, why am I having feedback? I could hear it in my headphones. There it goes. Now it's gone. All right, y'all. So he kind of, he's breaking down how, people were, basically he's having to ride through the city, hear about it, the shooting at Irving Plaza. Then it just kind of goes into like the background and history of Trife. So if you want to go check that out, you can go check that out. It's at Doggy Diamonds TV. You just put in Doggy Diamonds, Trife Gangsta, you'll be able to watch the rest of it. I think the main message within this situation, this live stream, is that I want to make sure I word this properly. Troy Ave's a sucker. He don't have no morals, no values, and I can only expect people that don't have morals or values to side with Troy Ave, to give him excuses as to what he did and why it was valid. And I understand Tribe's situation as well. Because he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Like, he understands that the actions that Troy Ave took leading up to that situation inevitably got his brother's life taken, but also feels a way about how Taxstone is the guy that pulled the trigger. So I understand both sides as to why he's. Oh shit! Am I bebopping? My bad, I was bebopping. But yeah, I understand both sides as to why Tri feels how he feels, considering Taxstone was the guy that pulled the trigger, and then Troy Ave was inevitably the reason as to why Banga lost his life when he had told. When Banga turned around and said, "I'm about to pop him," and Troy Ave then proceeds to say, "Do what you do or go ahead." You sent and Troy Ave had broke down and explained, "I saw Taxstone with the gun. I had seen him reaching for his waist." So Troy Ave seen that, and his homie Banga turned around and said, "I'm about to rock him," and he proceeds to wink his eye, as he said, and give him the okay to do that, knowing the other dude had a gun. Like, right, it only takes a millisecond for someone to grab that gun and have a finger on the trigger, and whoever's in front of it, boom, get hit. So it's like Trey Ave claims to be this smart ass street dude because he got all this money, but if you ask me, he's the reason why Banga lost his life. Not completely the full reason, but it's a 50-50 situation. As a leader, he could have made better decisions. Nah, chill out. We just gonna get up out of here. He's got a gun. I know me and you ain't got one, so we just gonna get up out of here. It's pointless. You don't take fists to a gunfight. You're gonna lose every time. You don't, let me say that again. You don't take fist to a gunfight. You're gonna lose every time. Like, and the only people that are dumb enough to think I'll fight a gunman off are the people that are full of pride and ego. They want to prove something to people that don't give a fuck about them, that they're a tough guy or that they're this big gangster in the street. They want to prove this, but the people that you're trying to prove it to that you're such a tough guy gangster aren't going to give a fuck about you the following day when you're locked up. They won't give a fuck that you're eating trash ass meals 3 times a day. They don't care about that shit. So you can act like the egotistical pride way is the way to go, as Troy Ave was playing. I ain't back down. I'm tough guy. I ain't back down from nothing. All that goofy shit. You didn't back down, but your homie lost his life. And you bragging about not backing down is a straight backhanded disrespect backhand to the family of Banga. You bragging that you didn't back down. But what is there to brag about when someone that you claim to be your man's lost his life? You lost. The lyrics I pulled up earlier, ha ha, hater, I won. How'd you win? Your homie lost. You lost a homie. You took the L. Oh, you think because you won because you got up on the stand and pointed at Taxstone? All because you were facing gun charges? Because you was on video firing a gun in a New York club? How the fuck? Like, if someone has a logical reason as to what makes sense to him saying he won, it makes sense to Troy Ave saying he won in this situation. Please, if you're watching the playback, drop a comment, or if you got me on IG, my email's in the description. Go ahead and shoot me a message and give me your opinion, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see how Troy Ave won. He was a street dude. He got up on a stand and pointed the finger. That's an L when you quote unquote a street dude. You told. That's an L. You was in a situation where you could have made the decision to tell your homie, no, let's just get up out of here. But then you proceed to send him on a crash test dummy mission, and he lost his life. How did you win? Where did you win? You won because you told on someone? Like, you was facing gun charges, not being accused of killing your homie or the murder of your homie. You was facing gun charges, and you getting on the stand and telling on another man based off of the situation you stirred up, whether it was on social media or the night in the club, to now, like, you telling on him. Like, how? Like, I've thought about it a million different ways, and I don't understand how Troy Ave dropped a song, Dear Hater, I won. How did you win? There was a life lost. Like, bro, you're so fucking arrogant and dumb that you don't even see that's blatant disrespect to a mother. Imagine, who's in the chat and watching the playback? Imagine you got a child that basically did everything he could to protect a friend of his, and based off of a situation his friend was involved, he kind of threw gas on the flame with, is now, and played a part into why your son lost his life, and now that person is on record saying, ha ha, dear hater, I won. Bruh, Troy Ave, you're a fucking imbecile, you're idiot, you're buffoon, you're all these names of to call someone a fucking idiot. You are that, Troy Ave. And I don't know if you ever see this, but I'm gonna stand on it until the day I die. You are a fucking lame who wants to perceive the world as to make it seem as if you're something to the world that you're really not. Like, man, I rest in peace, Banga. I feel bad for Banga's family, because there's nothing more disgusting of a feeling than when you watch someone that's your family or someone that you love support someone, and they just constantly antagonize a situation where your loved one lost his life. and the person that's supposed to be his friend is acting as if he won in this situation. What, you won because you got on the stand and told and didn't go to jail for having the gun in your hand and firing it? That's how you won? Like, bruh, it's a disgusting situation. But I've been up here for 3 hours and 18 minutes. I appreciate everyone that's been in the live. That's, whether you was at the beginning, came back later in the live, I appreciate all of it. If y'all about to dip out, make sure you hit that like button, please. I appreciate whoever it was that donated. I don't know who that was. Oh yeah, it was no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna give out your name, but yeah, to the person or people that donated, I appreciate it. I guess my final message on this is be aware of the power that you have. Be aware of the power that you have, because as whether you consider yourself a civilian or whatever you consider yourself, the people have the power in their hands. If you constantly support someone or will listen to someone's music or give the person's music or whatever it is, YouTube views, and you don't stop it, just know that you have the power in your hands to affect that person's well-being. Because in this day and age, a lot of people dictate whether if they are doing well is based off of views, donations, whatever it may be. People are record spin or DSPs. If you don't know what a DSP, I'm talking about like Apple Music or Spotify, where you go and listen to artists. Those people hang on to those numbers. I've watched time and time again where the numbers have affected someone to where they've either end up doing an interview or going live or doing something where they're complaining about not getting quote unquote the respect they feel they deserve in the aspects of views, track listens, donations, whatever it be, whatever kind of support. I watch time and time again people get up here and complain, because in reality, as people, we have the power in our hands. Like, it's on us to, like, kind of like, I'll use an example. 6ix9ine watched his numbers diminish majorly to where he stopped putting out music. He stopped putting out music for a long time. And then he put out an album. He said that the numbers weren't good as well at all. His money was looking funny. So he stopped doing the rap thing. And that should be a prime example that, like, as people, we have the power in our hands. So when we don't support bullshit like what Troy Ave is doing, and it affects his pockets, he then will learn what you did was bullshit. But when people constantly support, and I get it, the suburban kids or the kids that don't give a fuck about street rules, or the guys that don't give a fuck about street rules, they're still going to support and whatever, because they have some kind of attachment to the guy that they know through a fucking screen. Oh shit, hold on, we got a tip. Thanks for the tip. God damn. They on your ass, Sneaker Jack.
$3.
Thank you, Daniel Blake, for the $3. Hey, Doc, don't ever, hold on, don't ever let Sneaker Jacks on your live ever again. Not ever. Got Yo, but DB, I appreciate it, dog, for real. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Just be aware, like, if you feel someone's on bullshit and you don't really respect what they're doing, whether it's whatever it is that they're putting out, you have the power to affect that person and to, we're in a day and age now where views and likes and all that shit will affect someone's day or affect someone how they get up here on YouTube. They'll get up here and have a fucking attitude and be a fucking dickhead. Like, just know that you have the power to affect that person. So as soon as you stop giving it all kinds of attention or whatever it is, supporting it in whatever way, that person's going to be affected by that. So that right there should be an example that us, the people, have the power in our hand to dictate how someone, I guess, carries himself on YouTube in a sense, because majority of people are up here doing it for likes, views, and donations and all that other shit. I'm just up here to get my perspective. I just like to talk. It's fucking been 3 hours. I'm talking this long. Like, I don't know, dog. I just like getting up here, kicking the shit, seeing people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I do it for. I do it for just for the love and just to kick it. I know I don't drop the link in the chat because I guess I've been trying to prove to myself that I could get up here and talk for long periods of time. You know, I work on certain shit that I see I mess up, whether it's, you know, stuttering or saying, you know, type shit like that. Like, I analyze and try to get better at it. But, and this is just something I'm a little bit passionate about. I like getting up here, getting my perspective. I feel like for the last, like, I've been on YouTube for years now, but in the last 2 years, I just watched a lot of bullshit get put up on here. And, you know, I just want to be able to bring a different perspective. I want to do the due diligence of as far as like research on a topic. I don't want to just get up here and talk out of my ass. Granted, it may happen. Like, if something gets brought to my attention and I just see a little bit of it, I may just speak on what I'm seeing, but I'd rather do a deep dive into a situation and bring some facts to the floor, or some things that can kind of connect the dots as to where there may be a blurred line within a situation. So with that being said, I appreciate everyone that's been here. I appreciate everyone that's been in the chat. Let me get a shout outs to the people in the chat real quick. We're going to start with Mr. Bob. Thank you, Perm. I appreciate it. Sneaker Jacks, I appreciate it. DL, I appreciate it. Chappelle, I appreciate you coming through. Sal Beemore came through. Eagles fan came through. I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm scrolling back up a little bit. Sneaker Files came through. I appreciate it. G. Zilla came through. I appreciate it. G. Everyone that came through, you know, I got love for y'all. I appreciate it. So yeah, with that being said, y'all have a good rest of your Tuesday. I gotta get my son off the bus here in a couple minutes, and then I gotta, you know what I'm saying, get to school. I got school tonight, so y'all be easy. Anything, if you watch the playback or you want to discuss in depth different perspectives that I may not have set up here, and you want to drop it in the comments, please do so. Yeah, let me pull up an intro song, I guess. I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Bob, I'm assuming you dropping feathers in the chat. Hashtag Mahalo Network. You already know. Let's see what's going on here. I guess I'll do this one. I just heard this song, thought it was catchy. Y'all don't hold me to it. I'm not fucking whatever. Not going crazy. I just thought it was a catchy little song. Yeah, drop them fucking feathers in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Breathe and just sit back, see who gon' cry for me, who really gon' ride for me. They took my jersey, I was out for the season. Take that in consideration, I'm bleeding, I need you. I express my feelings through this music. Oh, Allah bless me with this talent for the use. If I show you love, baby, I feel you might abuse it. It's just that I've been broke before, I'm not making excuses. Oh, I could grant your wishes with these blue honeys, but don't feel lucky when you jump inside my coupe. Wasn't nobody never sorry for me, so I don't want you feeling sorry for you. You perfect. Bitch, I treat you different from them hoes cause you worth it. I know I fuck up and I'm wrong, but I'm working. Long as you let me put my 40 in your Birkin, it's outside, but we gon' pop hot cause you deserve it. My Glock pop, it go rock, rock, tryna hurt some on any block. I'm gon' rock, when we swerving. My niggas died, can't shit slide, tryna hurt some. Any designer, I'ma let you back, we splurge. Oh, I got all these problems, baby. What if I had listened to my mama, baby? Get my kids the worst way to solve it, baby. But we the worstest niggas out of all them, baby. Oh, I got all these problems, baby. What if I had listened to my mama, baby? Get my kids the worst way to solve it, baby. But we the worstest niggas out of all them, baby. I wish that I could stop breathing. If I see you gon' cry for me, really gon' ride for me. They took my jersey, I was out for the season. Take that in consideration. I'm ready and I need you. Hey, demons, jump out Leo body on that scene. I didn't do bitch to treat me right. I treated these express and drop some on my wrist so like a freezer. Bitch from out that jungle got more stripes on fucking zebras.
All right, y'all. About to end this shit. Remember, fuck Troy Ave. He a mark. He a rat. He a snitch. He a bitch. He's everything above. Fuck Troy Ave. I'm out, y'all.